We're nearly there, everyone. We're nearly there. 15 minutes till kick-off. Arsenal will be back in round of 16 Champions League knockout action for the first time since 2017. Can they progress to the quarterfinals for the first time since 2010? Of course, that's not decided tonight unless one of the two teams make it really comprehensive, and Turkish thinks they will.
Hopefully, yeah. Listen, I don't know if I'm getting caught up in the moment, the run of form we're on, the goals we're scoring, the vibe at the moment. But I'm not scared of Porto, but that could be famous last words at the same time. You know, we've seen us stumble against them. Meaty by the standards we're trying to get to, meaty opposition by the standards that we hope that, you know, we're getting to or are at.
Sure.
So listen, I'm not taking it lightly, but at the same time, I think Arsenal need to just get the job done in one.
Who are we looking at to have a big performance tonight, Laurie?
Good question. You'd have to say the guys who are really in form, the Odegaards, the Sakas of this world, Declan Rice. Those would be my first three. But then listen, the whole team is playing well right now. I don't think there's anyone that's not playing well. Even Turkish's favourite player, Havertz, is putting in performances that people are talking about.
I told people to be patient, man.
Who's that?
I just told people to be patient with him, and you will see.
Yeah. So listen,
Are we just going to carry on?
Yeah, right.
We're not gonna call this out.
To call what out? I don't get it. I'm not nice.
You know what?
People call it out. I'm being nice. People call it out. I don't get it. What do you lot want?
No, you're right. I'm glad you were stuck by your guy.
Just give him a chance, man.
basically their whole team is playing well right now. There's not a single, and I think that's why the manager has kept the same side, because they're playing so well. That would be remiss of him to drop any of them. So
I think it's a big game for Trossard, you know.
Yep.
I don't know why, I just get this feeling that like the defence can settle, midfield can get on the ball, but the question is, can you pick them apart? Can you move them around? Can you get them a little bit uncomfortable in their own backyard, in front of the home crowd? Experienced player like Pepe, of course, he's coming up against. And when I say experience, I'm not talking some guy sort of, you know, done his time around the clubs, you know, between the Championship, couple Premier League appearances. This guy is a seasoned footballer who at 40 years old, clearly doing something right. I think he put in some man-of-match performance in the Champions League last season, where, you know, he was just kind of rolling back the years. We're going to have to make them work hard, and I think if we get a good first 10, 20 minutes where we've got them kind of pinned back, you know, and Trossard gets on the ball, starts, so I think we'll settle quite nicely. But you don't want to go to sort of 60 minutes and you go, have we really asked a question of Diogo Costa? Have we really? Because I think Trossard's going to be quite important in this. No,
I agree. I'm also look at the spine, but on Trossard, I think that a lot of people have mentioned how he's best centrally, but in the number rate, it hasn't really suited him so far. He's been, let's say, unleashed up top again, not for the first time since joining us. It's been a year, it's been a few times, and he's doing a good job. You know, he's a great fit there. In terms of, you know, our finishing ability up top, he is our best finisher in my opinion. Left foot, right foot. If he sniffs a chance, he's going to go for it, and that's something that from some of our attackers, I'm like, shoot. They don't shoot, they pass it. With Trossard, more often than not, if there's an opportunity to be taken, he'll go for it. So I like Trossard, but I'm looking at the spine of, I won't say the spine because Trossard is part of the spine today. I mean the spine of our future in terms of Saliba, Rice, Saka. You know, I think that them three are crucial. I think those three are the ones on the cusp of world-class debates and all of that recently. And like I said in the starting 11, this is the stage to show it. Champions League and World Cup knockout stages are the you know, the chances you get to show it, regardless of opposition, regardless that we are favourites to go through against Porto. These are big nights, and the biggest players stand up in the biggest night. So I think if that spine of our future has a big game, then we're good to go.
Totally agree. By the way, everyone in the comment section, we know Liverpool are losing. We're not going to say anything. If there is something to be happy about at full time, we will address it. But they could be 3-0 down, and I'd still expect them to turn it around. So let's just wait and see. But thank you for all the updates. I'm sure they'll keep coming. Lou, let me ask you about a very important man at the club, Mikel Arteta. It's fair to say that when he won that FA Cup, and do you know I hate this narrative that it was Emery's side. Arsenal didn't kick a ball under Emery in the FA Cup that season. Arteta went through the whole competition and moulded it his way. And they tactically got that team playing in the semis and finals in a really unique way. I hadn't seen anything tactically quite like it. And we won the FA Cup, and I thought, okay, we've got a manager who's so tactically astute. We're going to do well in these competitions. And actually, we've got a Carabao Cup semi-final and Europa League semi-final out of probably a combined 12, 13, 14 other cup competitions we've been in since we've had him. So he's really struggled in the cups. Is this another part of that pressure, or is it different because maybe in those other games you'd understand why he'd rotate 11s and maybe in this game he's not going to? I don't know, how do you see it for Arteta?
I mean, yeah, it's that FA Cup run was very pragmatic, wasn't it? Every game was we approached every game. We just approached that opponent. You know, it was individual every single game. Whereas now we're trying to play a total football across every games, and he's obviously trying to do that tonight by playing the same team. But yeah, it's a brand new pressure tonight. First time, as we said, a lot of the players first time for him in the last 16 in the Champions League. So. He's obviously going for it. We've named the same team, so I'm imagining we're going to try and control the game. I agree with Turkish. It's going to be interesting, like the spine of the team tonight. It's the same for me. Rice, I think. I want to see him and Ødegaard bossing as much as of that. They've got an experienced team, certainly experienced players. So yeah, I think that's what he's certainly looks like he's going for. And we've got, I don't know, a bit more depth in the bench from that FA Cup team. So we've got Jorginho's we can look at now, and we can. I don't know how much it really changes up our shape. Whereas I think those kind of changes would have been more evident back in that FA Cup run. I think now we've it's not quite like for likes off the bench, but I think it's still a pretty good bench. I don't know. There's a fair few youngsters. I can't see them playing, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's going to approach it entirely pragmatic. Like you're right. We haven't seen that in any of the cup runs since that first one.
We've been really underwhelming, I think, in the cups.
Yeah, for sure.
If I'm honest.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for tonight to be different. So is Jay Rigby, Laurie, who, I don't know if this is unrealistic, but he's gone for an 8-0 win.
Well, listen, let's hope he's right. You know what I mean? But
I think we all like that.
I do think some of the fans, and I called out Turkish on it earlier, I think we do need to be a little, given our previous record in Europe. Okay, we're playing well and things are rosy in the garden right now, but let's show some respect to A, the opponents, and B, the competition. To just think that you're just going to go in there tonight and roll over this team without a ball being kicked is slightly presumptuous, bordering on arrogant for me. I think we need to do our due diligence, play our game, and if we perform to our optimum levels, we will win. Because we are a better team, pound for pound, than Porto are. However, as I said before, you've got to take into account Champions League football, the tactical nuances, the fact that Porto, on their own ground for them, and I'm not being condescending towards them, this will be their biggest game of the season by some distance. I'm expecting the stadium to be full. It's a big game for them, so they're not going to roll over. We're going to have to make them roll over, if indeed they do.
Dynamite Diego in the comments says, Julian sacked by AFTV if no trophy. Wow, a bit harsh. What did Julian do? Let us know. Right, let's go over to the information station where the Frank is waiting to give us his thoughts and his score prediction and his feelings ahead of the return to the Champions League knockout rounds. Frank, how you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you, James, and I'll give you my feelings first. Of course, the Champions League is back, and it's just so nice to be involved at this stage. And listen, I'm feeling very confident about today's game. I'm happy with the fact that he's gone for the strongest lineup possible. It's the same lineup as we've had for the last two games, and I'm of the opinion that if it's not broken, you don't fix it. And with this lineup, it looks like he's going for the kill. I just don't think it's going to be as easy as that. Don't get me wrong, this is not the same Porto side that we've seen over the last few years. I believe they're third in the Portuguese league, but they're not a side to be taken lightly. But I will give you guys some match facts going into this game, just ahead of this. Arsenal have won all three of their home UEFA Champions League games against FC Porto by an aggregate score of 11-0, but are winless in all three away games, drawing 1 and losing 2. So we're yet to get a win at this stadium against Porto in the Champions League. The last time Arsenal actually got past the round of 16 in UEFA Champions League, they did so by beating FC Porto 6-2 on aggregate in the 2009-10 campaign. Of course, Nicolas Bentner famously scored a hat-trick in that game to win us us the tie. And just an interesting bit of news here, which I found out recently actually, so it's quite interesting to know. Each of the last 5 teams to eliminate FC Porto from the UEFA Champions League in the knockout rounds of the competition have gone on to reach the final that year. Now, those teams are Juventus in the 2016-17 season, who they beat Porto in the round of 16, Liverpool in the 2017-18 season, and the 2018-19 season, Chelsea in the 2021 season, and Inter Milan last season. So, if we beat Porto, does that mean we're going to the final? The stats do tell us that will be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. As for a prediction, I did say I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as most others do, but I'm still confident of a win. I'm going to go Porto 0, Arsenal 2.
Beat Porto, you get to the final.
I don't know about that. But listen, I'm all for the big games coming up. I'm all for that. I'd like a Real Madrid next.
Yeah.
I'm not one for trying to avoid the biggest teams all the way through. Yeah, you want to play like it's been a while since we played Real in something that means something.
Yeah.
So
you can't scam a Champions League.
I'm not trying to Europa League my way through a Champions League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
couldn't Europa League our way through a Europa League.
Exactly. So
Although did Inter Milan last
Yeah.
season have a great run?
yeah.
Did you have Inter Milan in that run, Frank?
What was that, sorry?
Last season, did Inter Milan knock out Porto?
Yes, so that was the last team that I read out there. They did knock out Porto in the round of 16 as well to reach the final.
Yeah, they had Porto, they had someone not amazing, and then they had AC Milan. So,
Yeah.
listen, you still come up against European powerhouses, but just maybe not teams and sides of a level that you would think can maybe win it. But some good players out there. Anyone keeping an eye on anyone in particular for the Porto? I know Galeno he's a good flary winger. I know because I signed him on Football Manager, so I know what he's about.
They've got some players out.
That's probably the one I'm looking forward to. Ben
Yeah.
White's turning form
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well. So I think that'll be a good one.
Their backup striker, I think, scored like 19 in 27 there. So.
Yeah, Evan Nilsson's a good talent. They've got Mehdi Taremi out, and Taremi's a good player as well. And here's Pepe and Odegaard shaking hands. Of course, they've known each other from their Real Madrid days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look how far they've come. Neither at Real Madrid. Oh well, that's fine. Pepe still playing the age of 40, incredible.
Well, it's Thiago Silva, we see him doing that for Chelsea,
Yeah.
and seeing him do it for Porto. My research suggests that he's having a good season for them as well, so be interesting to see. Like I said, it'd be good if we can isolate him, the likes of Saka, Martinelli, especially with his pace. See how he coped with that. But I'm presuming that his lack of pace will be bridged by the other guys who play alongside him.
I just think they'll be quite deep.
Yeah.
I think they'll be quite deep, Porto. Try hit us on the counter. They've got players with pace. They've got players who can be quite direct. That's not to say they have a go. What annoys me when people think that low block pragmatic football is not having a go. You can still have a go. It's just about how much you commit to the counter. Sometimes you bait a press. You get a team to step up, come onto you, and then you hit them, and that could be part of Porto's plan. But I'm hoping Arsenal keep them pinned in. One thing we've been so good at this season is controlling transitions. Teams don't counter on us as much this season because we're really good at shutting that out. Ben White is key to that.
Yeah. We've also had a lot of luck from set pieces, which is.
They're apparently quite good on set pieces as
Yeah.
well. They've scored a number of goals from set pieces this season.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Round of 16. The Champions League is back. They've
Come on,
kicked off.
Arsenal.
Let's
Porto
go.
have kicked us off. They are at home, of course. Arsenal, group winners, will be playing their game. You're right, you spot something already. Yeah? Oh, okay, cool. We're all good there, Laurie?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, good. And something's gone on here. No? No.
I don't know what he was doing though.
Galeno just stopped for no reason. But here we are. Who's that number? There's someone who looks a lot like Rob Holding from this angle. It was Declan Rice. Okay.
Hope he doesn't play like him.
Getting
Don't
flashbacks.
Yeah. I thought, hold on a second. No way.
He was a good cup player back then. He did all right.
Rob
Yeah.
Holding.
Yeah.
Lived off one game, that guy.
Yeah, that's
had
exactly
games.
right.
Did he play both FA Cup finals against Chelsea?
Chelsea
He
one
definitely
was
did in the
big, wasn't
Diego Costa one.
Yeah.
Did he in the
I shall
2021?
Can't imagine who else would have been in.
Oh,
There you go. But
That's a
Declan
booking
Rice
straight away.
is
No,
going to get
no,
booked
it can't
here.
be. Can't be.
That
It's like
is.
the first minute.
He didn't need to
Or
really
is he
do
not?
that, you know. He,
I haven't seen a referee pull out a yellow card.
Nah.
Doesn't look like
I
he
think
has.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
been
he
given
has.
the yellow.
Oh my God.
That's not
1
helpful.
minute in, mate.
that's not a good look.
So what's gone on here? So something, there was either a heavy touch or a heavy pass.
Oh, he got megged.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to get it.
Bit
Yeah.
red.
Galeno.
It's not even that bad, man.
That is an early yellow, man.
Right yellow or not? Did come in a bit.
I think
So early in the game, just
I
so
think,
early. That's the first tackle.
you know what it is. I think with a tackle like that, sometimes referees are tempted to say, right, it's the first one. It's early in the game. But then if you look at it in isolation, a lot of referees would have carded him for that.
Of course, but that's the thing with fouls, isn't it? You look at any foul in isolation, it's a foul. It's
I
just-
actually think that was a bit naive from Declan Rice.
oh, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
I think stay on your feet.
That's
you know,
not
heavy
a good-
touch or heavy pass. I'm not quite sure how it made its way there.
It's not a good start for the mentality, is it? If we're sort of rushing straight in.
Well,
Well,
he'll just have to be, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? He'll have to temper his game now.
Just
and
don't do anything
not be-
stupid.
yeah,
but
not be-
that shouldn't really stop him. He's such a good reader of the game. But also, not all fouls are yellow cards. It's not that he can't commit another foul.
yeah.
He's just got to be clever about when he does it. And I would like to hope. I mean, famous last words. But referees in the Champions League, I tend to find read the occasion a bit better. I might be wrong, but
My thing
More
is, whenever you look at
Yeah.
an incident like that, my thing is, if the reverse was the case, would we be calling for a card for the defender? We probably would.
Yeah, I don't know.
a bit
yeah, maybe. I just think it's very early. I could usually forgive, but yeah, I get it.
I hear it.
Yes.
Well, let's see Arsenal playing through nicely. Ben White stepping into midfield as he's been doing. That's 3 games in a row now that he's been playing this more inverted role to get Kiwior in more familiar centre-back position, which I think is working quite nicely. Let's see if they can build on it. It also means Gabriel's trusted more to play central, and he deserves that because I think he's been as good, if not better.
Nice.
Well done, Havertz.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been
Brilliant
lovely.
from Arsenal, but they couldn't quite pull it off, and they've given away a foul. But a little bit of approach play there after a long ball from Gabriel. We've already talked about Kai Havertz going into this, and I think Kai Havertz gets talked about a lot, Luke. But kind of how are you feeling about him as a player? Are you starting to see what he can bring?
Yeah, I think the price tag, it's another price tag thing. I think if we'd signed him for 30 million, I think there'd be far less noise, to be totally honest. But I don't know. He's, Arteta has stuck with him even throughout. He's not really ever been a standout player. I wasn't entirely sure when we first signed him. It wasn't one that completely excited me, especially again the price tag came into play on that as well. But he does do an awful lot. I hate to just be movement isn't everything, but he does do a lot. He wins the ball a lot high up as well. Uses his height as well, which is good. But yeah, I don't know. The goal he scored against Burnley was excellent as well. He had a great game that game, amongst some brilliant performances, throughout the team. So I think he's grown. It's been evident. He seems to be quite popular around the team, which I do think plays a big part. If you're certainly if you're going for a title, you need to be a cohesive team. So I don't know. I'm quite happy with him. The money is what it is, right? You pay what you pay. I do think we overpaid in terms of that. But if we win the league this year, what do we say then?
Yeah. Well, this is my thing. I've tried to explain it. I've tried to understand what I think Havertz's role is, and I'm starting to see that there are definitely things like his movement and tactically that I'm starting to think, okay, yeah, I see where this is benefiting Arsenal. But quite frankly, the guy can drop 2 out of 10s for me. If we win the Premier League with him starting every game, it's worked. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean him as a player. That doesn't reflect. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is that doesn't change how I reflect on his performances.
Yeah.
I don't suddenly go, oh, well, he was great all that time.
Yeah.
I just mean we've won the league, so whatever we did, it worked, and I take it.
Yeah,
Arsenal set a little bit more on the ball here. Turkish and Odegaard playing some nice switch passes. 5 minutes in. Is it roughly what you expected?
Yeah, we're doing well on the ball. Porto are pressing, so obviously we can just... We've had a couple of opportunities to work the ball into space, but haven't really made nothing of it. But there's going to be chances here, man. It's still early days. Still, 6 minutes in?
Yeah, you're not expecting a cagey affair.
No, I think... Well, That moment there was a bit iffy, but yeah, I think the way Porto are pressing, as long as our passing is crisp, I think we've got good chance. Even this ball by Raya here.
What a pass from David Raya out to Trossard. That touch had been a bit better.
Yeah,
we might be in.
He had space as well.
Yeah,
with a couple backing him up, so there's going to be chances to get him behind. But Porto also look like they're on stuff as well.
Yeah, they're looking sharp. They're looking up for it. You'd expect that. But a few misplaced passes from both teams early in this game. One got Declan Rice a yellow card, but Porto have twice put it out. Nervous, Laurie, or feeling okay? 6 minutes in?
No, I mean, the game has kind of started the way I thought it might. I always think, and again, I don't want to belabor the point, but these Champions League games, very tactical. So teams, typically, you'll see a lot of attempted keep ball early out. The teams trying to basically figure each other out, not make too many mistakes. So you expect a cagey start, and then the game will manifest from there.
Yeah.
Hopefully in our...
You're right, they're pressing, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Really pressing. There's Ben White. And Ben White has basically just come from a striking position because Ødegaard dropped deep to go alongside Rice. Saka held the width, so White basically, his spot to pick up is, look at, he's a highest player. That's Ben White making a run in beyond. And that's very much how Tottenham play with their fullbacks in Porto and Udogie. They are two of the most penetrative runners in beyond.
Mind you, they go ridiculously high to Tottenham.
Yeah, they do, but I can see, with wanting to get Ødegaard involved in the first and second phase of build-up, I can see why White getting forward.
I don't
makes a
think
bit of sense.
the way Tottenham play in the Premier, I don't think you get many teams in the Champions League playing like that.
I think White dropping in that pocket as well.
Nice.
It tries to pull the left back away from Saka to give Saka more space there.
Very nice from Gabriel.
Yeah, passing has got a lot better. There was always a good pass. I always felt, when people were critical of his pass, I always felt it was a slightly unfair criticism. That's good from Ben White. Little drop of the shoulder, wins a foul.
I think he's quite fortunate there, though.
See?
I think so. I mean, he was clever, but some referees might not have.
It's another thing Havertz does well, actually. He wins a lot of fouls. A lot of fouls. Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
Who just gave that away?
Saliba.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Misplaced passes.
Concentration is, you know what I mean, it goes without saying, it has to be top notch today. You don't want to make that mistake that could, you know what I mean, put them through and we go 1-0 down. Such a key stage of the
Go
game.
on, in there. Oh.
Yeah.
They're defending in a really good shape, Porto.
They're pressing high.
Nice, good football from Arsenal. Really good football.
Calm it. That's good.
Really good
Rice
from
as
Arsenal.
well.
Declan Rice, Gabriel, Raya showing composure there.
Come on, Gabby. Come on.
Havertz gives it away, I think. Was that Martinelli?
Martinelli,
It was
yeah.
Come on,
Martinelli.
ref, man.
Do you know I've been doing this for the last 3 games? I don't have a clue who anyone is.
I think Rob Holding's out there still.
Yeah, but honestly, I was like, Robbo, is that you?
He's back.
Back. Number 16.
Was he still injured, by the way, Holding? Because he's gone to Palace, he's not played at all, has he? I mean, now they've got a new manager, he might get an opportunity, I don't know, but it's not gone well for him since he left Arsenal, that's for sure.
He was never going to.
Cold, so cold.
Nah. You see, things come across one way when I say it. I'm just blunt. I didn't mean it.
That's what I mean.
He done him there.
Go on, Raya.
Raya's in good
what he
play.
should have
Uh-oh.
Raya should have kicked that ball into the
What is
stand,
that?
shouldn't he?
Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow,
That's a
ow.
bit naive there from Raya, isn't it? Normally keepers that's a rose head.
Yeah. He should have absolutely thundered that one. But it's all right, dealt with it.
But to go back to Holding as well, though, it has to be said that their centre halves are actually decent, Palace. He wouldn't be favoured to just get straight in that team.
Anderson and Gehi are brilliant.
Yeah,
What are we
Anderson and
doing?
Gehi are good centre halves.
Anderson and Gehi,
So that
for
is
me,
not an
they,
easy look to just walk into that team.
if we had those two, they would get minutes for Arsenal.
Yeah, they would.
100%.
They would.
Good players. Right, really scrappy first 10 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Have we even seen a shot, Frank?
We have not seen a shot yet. While I've got you, obviously, I might as well give you the early stats so far. It's been pretty much all us in terms of ball possession so far. We've seen 78% of the ball to Porto's 22%. Like I said, we're yet to see a shot in the game so far. And in terms of passes, Arsenal have attempted 104, completing 98, which works out at 94%. Porto have only attempted 29 passes so far, completing 24 of those, which works out at about 83%. So far, so good. All Arsenal.
Yeah,
About
Porto
so
ain't
good.
trying to string passes. They're just trying to get in.
It's cagey, yeah.
Get
They're
in the
looking
box
for
as
them.
quick as possible. So
I've noticed that their front three are quite lively. They look quite pacey. So we're going to have to be diligent.
Galeno, Evan Nilsson, I don't really know much about Conceição. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But Galeno and Evan Nilsson, yeah, they're
As
good.
I was saying, Conceição
Slit.
is the manager's son.
Yeah. Is he good?
Well, you would have thought so. I'm sure it's just it's not just nepotism that's getting him his opportunity. The ground does look full, right? I think it's a 50,000 seater stadium.
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll come to Frank in a bit to see if you can hear the Arsenal fans. Sometimes they can get loud, you know, small bunch that can take over a big stadium. I think at Anfield at times we've watched, we've heard the Arsenal fans singing through the Anfield crowd. We're not pressing brilliantly, are we? Like it doesn't feel like we're. Oh, there we go. Declan Rice just wins it back like that. Well done.
what's that? A free kick to us? Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be.
But it didn't feel like we were really kind of getting stuck in and engaging with them that well.
It still feels like we're finding our feet.
I think it's going to take a bit
I think we're
longer.
shocked that the pace of Porto's pressing.
Yeah.
And I think we just need to get our heads around
It's
that.
cagey. It's cagey.
Because they can't keep this up. So
Yeah. Does anyone remember when we last travelled to Porto, the 2-1 defeat? Do you remember it? 2009.
Sol Campbell scored.
Yeah, I think you're right. But didn't Fabianski have a nightmare in that game? I keep saying it, but maybe I'm being harsh on Lucas there. What? Do you remember it, Frank?
I don't remember the game specifically. I was just doing the research the other night. I remember, obviously, I think we took the lead. No, I think Porto took the lead, and then within minutes, Sol Campbell would equalised. And I did see something about Fabianski. I just can't quite remember what it was. So I think you might be right there, to be fair.
Can people in the comment section let me know, did Fabianski have an absolute disaster class that day? Because from what I remember, he was at fault for both goals. But maybe I'm wrong. He had some moments, Fabianski. He absolutely had some moments before. I think he ended his Arsenal career by winning the FA Cup. Didn't he not play in the final against Hull?
He did.
So, happy for him. Ended all well, but did well in the
Yes,
well played.
Declan Rice.
I know.
nice.
That's good. Now let's build. Decent sharpness to Arsenal's passing.
Yeah. Yes, I want to see Martinelli.
He's up against João Mario, who Football Manager tells me is a good young fullback. And yes, I do judge players off Football Manager.
Doesn't lie a lot of the
I
time.
used to be ashamed of that until they pretty much got every player bang on. I've just decided that's it. Football Manager rates them. I rate them. I knew about Haaland like 5 years ago. Thank you to Football Manager. Play the game. And if you want to sponsor the channel.
Cut to ads.
Cut to add.
Well, it's fair to say that air falls happened, right?
Yeah, nothing to note.
Go on, comments, keep me entertained.
Nothing to note.
15 minutes, no shots on goal for either side yet.
Chucky says Porto more aggressive. Yeah, I think that's true.
Oh, nice.
He's gone for a long ball out
Nice, Ben.
to
Great.
Havertz.
Oh.
See, and I
Nice
thought that was
touch.
Martinelli.
Good first touch.
Oh my God.
Not sure on any of the rest,
Well
but
done, well
They
done,
actually
well
did
done,
well.
done,
In the end, they did well.
It was that Bambi
Ref.
and ice for a
That's a
second.
foul.
no, this is good. First set piece.
Everyone, stop telling me Liverpool are still 1-0 down. I don't
I'm trying to forget about that.
I don't care.
Oh, I definitely care.
I will
definitely
care later. I promise you I won't care when they win 5-1. Ooh, Pepe's gone in on Odegaard there. Have we won a free kick for this, yeah?
We have.
Yeah.
Did he get booked for that?
No.
What time did that game kick off? 7:30?
I think so.
Okay.
Information station.
Yeah, well, the Liverpool,
Yeah.
7:30 kickoff. So they're just approaching half time, as far as I'm aware.
Cool.
Damn.
Still Luton 1-0.
Fair, free kick for Arsenal.
Who's over it? A few people.
Come on,
Gabriel's
boys. Yeah.
shocked in. Yeah, man, set pieces has been a difference maker for us this season. So
Yeah. Declan Rice has been a part of that as well, especially post Dubai.
I want to know what they're doing here because everyone is offside.
Yeah, they do this. They move up just before.
Yeah, they're
we did
trying
it
to.
against West Ham, didn't we? A few
I
times.
think they're trying to just, I don't know, force that Porto line to want to. They're trying to bait them into just stepping back a bit. Oh, there we go.
Still off.
Little fake. Here we go. Declan Rice whips into the box.
There we go. Oh,
Punched out by Costa, but they've given a free
given a
kick
foul.
to
Why?
Porto.
Nothing even happened.
Wasn't a great free kick either.
No, it wasn't. But I think this ref don't.
So what happened here? Declan Rice. Yeah, decent technique, but player's gone to ground.
Already down.
No, it can't be for that guy that's gone down because no one
pulling
actually
Kiwior
gives
down,
a
isn't
shit.
It can't be for that because no one gives a shit.
Press that.
It can't be him because
Yeah.
no one actually gives a shit.
That's good. That's good. You can't.
Someone get him on commentary, man.
What's your reason? I don't
I want
give
to
a
see
shit.
Turkish Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. Oh.
Nah, the way they give Keane a headache, I could imagine they'd give me a headache as well. Is it nerves though? Because I'm seeing some people say nerves in the chat. I don't.
No, you know what it is.
I
I think there's a bit of that. I don't know. There's got to be something to it.
Oh.
That
It's
is-
like we said though. It's going to be cagey. People need to understand that this is not Premier League. It's a different type of
Yeah.
football. It's
the
definitely
occasion's
gonna be-
so much bigger as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's so much bigger.
Oh, that's good
Nice.
pressing there.
Oh, come on.
And he's already saying that's two.
I think the referee has shown
Nah,
already.
how
that-
is he saying that's two? That's
You see that? You see his hand? He's
Yeah,
like, that's two
he's
already.
warning him.
Unreal.
So you know what though? I think Odegaard has to have a word with Declan and say, look.
But he's got to go. He's got. He's
But the ref needs to
Yeah,
allow
but
it,
if he
'cause that
carries on,
was-
he's going to get
yeah.
sent off.
But to
I
be
think this
straight on him,
referee's already shown that he's going to be quite fussy about stuff like that.
don't
so
remember him
we
saying
have
anything
to-
to Pepe a minute ago.
If they go wide, we're in trouble here.
Oh.
Oh,
Good first touch from them, you know.
Does it stay in front?
Raya should have that. Cool. Little moment there where we're on the
Yeah.
back foot though.
the referee has shown that he's going to be very pernickety when it comes to fouls. So we've got to
Made by Declan Rice.
See, this is another thing. Again, in the Premier League, I don't think that would have been good.
No, I'm not convinced that first one would have been a yellow either.
Yeah. So
I think I don't know these occasions, man.
these are the
Maybe
things.
in the Prem, yeah.
I don't know. That first one wasn't that bad. I get.
Yeah, the Prem, fucking hell.
So what's happened? Sorry, I keep.
I do get your point.
Declan Rice committed a foul, and the referee basically warned him and said, "Look, that's two now." So he's basically saying, if you do that again,
Yeah, he was straight
you're
in.
gone. And we
Was he
did-
straight in?
Straight,
Or
ref
that second one?
straight in, like saying that's the second foul.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know.
So he's going to be on tenterhooks.
It's a big occasion for the ref as well. He's got to put on a good show.
Thing is, a Declan Rice that can't tackle.
No.
Maybe you'd rather have Jorginho. Well, no, listen, he can still make recovery runs or whatnot, but it's a shame. He just didn't need to make that big tackle before.
Even that, I don't even think it was a yellow though.
No,
Like,
completely
I'm
agree.
with you on that.
I'm still stubborn on that, and I truly think
I don't
if
even
it was
think
the
it's
other way
a-
around, I
yeah.
would have said it's early. You know, it's fine for the
I
ref
don't
to
even think
warn it.
early is the reason. I just don't think it's a yellow. Even if it was the 63rd minute, I don't think that's a yellow card.
Well, even more so, it's early then, doesn't it? It's like if we don't think it's a yellow,
Yeah, I would just.
why is it so early? I get he's trying to calm the game, set the tone, but now he's got to commit to that, isn't he?
Party on the
Oh.
bench. Actually, Jorginho.
It's a nice pass, I've got to
Havertz been
admit.
taken out of the game.
Yeah.
there. What is going on?
He was trying to cut out the other pass. See, Declan Rice can't commit to this
No,
now.
he's having to.
But what you can do is just keep up with the man.
Yeah, yeah.
And force him
Just
inside
be a
and
body,
slow him
yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So he needs to be really careful.
And what you also need to do in that situation, your reading of the game has to be spot on. So you're more looking to intercept rather than just tackle all the time.
Yeah.
Porto are getting into it the last few
Yeah, they
minutes.
Whip to the back post.
Oh, well done, Gabriel. Oh, what's going on?
Galeno hit the post.
Oh, why?
Puts it wide.
How did he miss that?
Oh,
How has he missed
my
that?
word.
That's a double miss.
What is going on? Because I want to flip because I don't know how they've had the best shot, but.
So what's happened?
What's happened here?
I don't even understand.
I
how he's
expected to
missed
see the
both.
net
Has that come
bulging
off the
twice.
bar and
though.
then gone wide?
So
Nah, it's gone off the bar. It's bounced back to him, and then he's. I don't know what he's done.
Declan's
What are we
got to be
doing
careful
there?
there as
What
well.
are we doing there?
Hit the post.
Saliba fucked
Yeah,
the
how
bat.
is- but how is
Saliba
no
fucked the bat.
defender?
Saliba's very lucky, you know, because I would.
It's not just Saliba.
No, it's 100%.
The ball's in the air for
No,
ages.
no, 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 it's
no
him,
one.
it's
Look.
him, it's him, it's him.
Yeah,
it's him,
no, it's Saliba.
him.
That's Saliba.
It's him.
Saliba's the closest.
He's
but
very lucky.
You know what, Saliba
Zero
there, I
comments.
agree with
Very
Turkish.
lucky.
He didn't, his anticipation wasn't good enough.
What's he waiting on?
didn't engage with anything.
No, he
there,
didn't.
Did
He
he?
just
Should the
kind of
keeper
stood
come
there.
out for that when whilst it's up that high in the air? Should the keeper be getting under that?
I don't think so. I think he was right to hope someone in front of him would deal with it.
Cup of espresso for Saliba. Because he needs.
I mean, it's got to be a wake-up call
that's
for the
good.
entire team.
That's better football. Don't.
How he didn't score that? Because he had two opportunities.
Saka.
Very
Well,
nice.
Arsenal's intensity was just raised in the last 30 seconds. That's really good.
I'm not loving this though.
Oh, Declan.
So Odegaard's doing
Odegaard,
his
yeah, he's
waving.
doing his thing.
Is it?
That's good
Was he waving?
captaincy by Odegaard.
He's
there,
waving, yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
And normally, when he does that to the crowd, I'm quite. I think it's a bit cheesy, but at that point, he's doing it to the players. Have to say, "Come on, guys!"
It's refs
Right?
giving it everything.
Yeah.
Giving
Yeah,
everything.
he's pulling them
He's
over.
actually doing it to the players to say, "Look, come on, let's raise our game." Saliba there, he just stands there, doesn't he?
Oh.
It's off
And
the
again,
post.
twice he stood there.
I find that second miss
my
worse than the first one.
God.
It's pretty good reactions to try and get back to it.
As
but-
double misses
Yeah.
go, that's as bad as it gets, really.
Nah,
we're
yeah.
very fortunate.
Yeah, for it to be two in a row,
Yeah, we're
that's
very
one of the worst
fortunate.
misses I've ever
this
seen.
press is.
See, Declan can't engage with him.
No.
That's good
Ref,
defending
are
by
you
Gabriel,
serious?
surely.
Oh, this referee's having a laugh.
Honest, he's on us, isn't he? He's on us.
This referee purely views football as a non-contact sport because he's not having any challenges, man.
Testa's just tell him to calm down.
I don't think
I
it's-
think they're too calm. if
Yeah,
you
that's
ask
what I
me.
was thinking.
They
I
need
don't
to
think
raise
they
their
need to calm down.
intensity. Don't you think?
Yeah.
A little. I think we're playing. I think we're passing with a bit of intensity.
No, we're
I
not
think
alert enough.
Oh, ref.
That was good.
Well,
from
where's the yellow cards?
Yeah,
I mean, we are away in
think
the Champions
we-
League.
I
so
think we
it's-
need
it's
to wake up.
Tough, isn't it? We are away.
I mean, Saliba, if he gets any more calm, you'll have to wake him up out of his sleep.
Oh man.
No, but you saw Odegaard earlier, didn't you? He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
urge same players, come on, let's raise the intensity, let's step it up.
Well, as defenders, they've watched 11 goals be scored by our team and not really had much to do with it.
Even that, that's good chasing, man. That's good chasing. Okay, Gabriel did the right thing there. He was very clever, dropped to the floor. But the press in there from Porto was quite impressive.
Yeah, they look lively.
Go on.
Right, go on, Martinelli. Run at him,
What
run
you
at him,
got?
run at him.
Come on,
Go on, that's
yes,
it.
That's it.
Go on, Gabby. There's
Oh, there's no one there.
There's actually no
Where's
one there.
Trossard? Shouldn't he have been in the
Ref!
box?
Are you joking, ref?
No, he's giving it to us. He's giving it to us.
Yeah, I know.
That's a
just-
good ball in, man.
Yeah. You needed that moment, Martinelli. Beat your full back. Show him you can.
Yeah, man.
Good ball into the box.
That was a foul, actually. Because
Yeah, for
he
sure.
was all over him. Look. Yeah, that's a foul. Look.
completely taking him now. Has he been booked?
But earlier on, Martinelli did really well. He got past his defender, put a cross in. It was noticeable that there was no one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cross was decent as well. Somebody running in, a Havertz, a Trossard. That could have been meat and drink for them.
A lot of people say it's an intense game so far, that Rice is making them nervous, that Rice has to be careful. Yeah, I mean, it's a test for Declan Rice, £105 million player. I expect you. He's been borderline faultless apart from when he's played against West Ham. Obviously, he made up for that away.
That's not a great ball.
The test is
That's
okay.
cool.
You're on a yellow card. You've had a shaky first 20 minutes.
You take that bite out, he's not the same player though.
Yeah, but
That's the big problem.
But well, he needs to.
Yeah, but I agree
race
with
to that.
James on this. If you're a top quality player, you have to adjust your game. That's part of it. Isn't
Just one thing Saka always did really well. You know, for every red card he had, never was it a double yellow.
Yeah,
and we know he got yellows. But he always was very good at just managing himself on that booking.
See, this referee's not having it, is he?
No.
Ben White, we know, likes to normally mess with the keeper's mind, and he'll go and stand in front of him and all that. The referee's telling him, you may get away with that in the Premier League, mate, but not in this. Because that's what Ben White normally does in the Premier League games, isn't he? Be a nuisance to the goalkeeper. Look, there he goes.
I like Ben White, man. He's got the dark arts
He definitely does.
in him,
We
man.
missed that.
Yeah.
Look at him on Saliba.
Yeah, Ben White is definitely involved in a scuffle there. Ball in from Saka.
Decent! Oh!
Diego Costa
Good
claims.
delivery by Saka.
I politely
White again.
disagree. I don't think it was a good delivery. I
It's
think
in the mixer?
No, but that's the problem.
Favoured the keeper
It's
too much.
right where the keeper's going to gather it. And there was too much carnage going on.
I think what they do though, James, is they put it in a mixer. They try and get Ben White to disrupt the goalkeeper, and then hopefully that somebody will try and snap up the pieces.
Don't know, maybe. But
No, that's what they're intending to do. It didn't quite come off, obviously. But
ball
That's a
down the
good
line to Havertz. Poor touch.
Yeah.
Good movement.
Don't say that.
Don't say good movement, or don't say poor touch. I'm not even looking at you. Gives it back to Kai Havertz, who digs it into the area. I think Arsenal are playing nowhere near the level they found against Burnley and West Ham, but I do think we're doing enough to get in and around their penalty area.
starting
We're
to-
holding all the possession and we're away at Porto.
Yeah, exactly.
We've chosen that. We've chosen the game plan is to hold possession. So this is.
if
what
we're
it
being
is.
honest, though, we should be 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
right.
know
You're
how
probably right.
that guy
That-
missed
yeah,
that.
you're right. And it was a proper lapse.
Still
You keep on.
Still on. Well
We
done.
need to
Well
get
done,
these
Bukayo
long balls
Saka,
right,
man.
though, man.
Lovely ball into Kai Havertz, who
Poor ball.
that was really poor.
He's not having a great start, is he?
No, he is.
No, on the ball he's made quite a few errors up.
But how about the running off the ball?
The movement.
The movement.
Yeah, the
I
movement.
hate you.
The effort. You know what I mean?
You know, it's things like that where it's like, I'm totally open to the idea that he does things tactically and off the ball and all that, and there's a role in this team he fulfills. I'm open to all that. If that's what he does, cool.
I was being
But-
sarcastic.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But that pass out to Martinelli is a simple one,
Yep.
and whoever
Anyone should
you
play
are
that,
on the
yeah.
pitch should be able to pull that
Yeah.
off. And he too often falls short technically on that front
good
for
by
me.
Declan Rice there. He won that header back.
Yeah.
Why is our touches going this
I know,
way? bro?
I know.
It's the part. Yeah, the weight of the pass is not.
No,
quite
but he
there,
had
is
to
it?
go that way, Turkish. The ball was going away.
I've not seen us pass off the pitch. We've done that twice already.
I'm not making. I'm genuinely not making an excuse. I'm not saying it is this, but they almost look like they're playing on like a pitch where the grass is too long. or something. You know, where like that, just the ball's not. Like they're not putting enough punch. I'm not
like there's
saying
no
that is what it
conviction
is. I'm just saying they're not putting enough punch in the ball. It's making it look like the ball's just heavy. The touch is all a bit all over the place.
That's good.
And the thing is, there is space to
Yeah,
work
like
with.
that. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gabriel did well
Yeah,
actually
he's
there,
done
just
very
to
well there. He knows
follow
he's
him,
not making it.
make sure he can get to it.
what do you think of Porto so far then?
Aggressive, purposeful, not brilliant, but I'd say they're executing their game plan a lot more than we're executing ours.
Yeah. We haven't had a shot, have we?
No, we haven't.
No,
Off target or on.
Nope.
no. Frank, have you got confirmation of that? Yeah, not a single shot for Arsenal.
Yep, so still not a single shot from Arsenal so far. Since obviously we last got an update, Porto have had 3 shots, obviously 2 of those being the Galeno opportunities, and of course none of them have gone down as a shot on target. So not only are we not yet to see a shot from Arsenal, we're yet to see a shot on target for the entirety of the game. And you know what? It's not been the greatest of starts from Arsenal, I must say. We're not seeing what we've seen over the last 2 games against, Burnley and West Ham. And it's not been great. I need to see something better going into this second half. If we can nick a goal, I still make us favourites. But, if we keep playing like this, it's not looking good.
A lot of people saying it's a dead game. Yeah, it has been, let's be real.
So far,
it's
a long way to go. Yeah. Over an hour left.
Yeah, but as a neutral, it's been a really boring first 30. That's fine to say. As an Arsenal fan, it's been a pretty underwhelming first 30. But I also said, half time will be a quarter of the way through this tie. So we've got to acknowledge there's a lot of football to play. And that's on Arsenal, don't want to show their hand too soon. But
this is worrying.
can we do something a little bit more incisive? Here's Saliba, Odegaard. That's good.
Try and get Saka
Pass and
in the
move
ball.
is good. They're very good at giving the ball and then moving for one another again. Martinelli wins the throw, try to take on João Mario out there.
No,
Yeah, that's
good
quality.
football.
no,
It's good.
It's
It's good.
Trossard.
Yeah, he's.
What
I know it's not a
was-
great shot, but that's what we were saying.
Yeah,
Someone that
at least pull the trigger. It's just that angle was never in his favour.
Yeah, but that was really poor from
Yeah,
Trossard.
Especially left foot. Like if you bring on your right and try curl it in, I get that, but that sort of a strike from that angle is.
Do you know what winds me up about that shot as well is we've struggled all game to get to that area of the pitch.
First opportunity. And
How about, let's show a bit of composure and
this is
class as we
dangerous
get
ball.
there now. Ben White, is this 1-1 with Galeno? Yeah, he's
well
dealt with
played,
him
Ben
really
White.
well.
That's good. Very accomplished defending.
That's
yeah.
good.
Ben White, brilliant
Very
since
neat
Dubai.
and tidy, as they say.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, we stood still a
Ben
bit
White
there.
again.
Well played,
There to
Gabriel.
sweep
That's
up.
good. That's good. Oh,
And he's
Oh,
hit,
that's a great ball.
Kiwior's hit the
Great
channel
one.
to Martinelli.
No,
He's
it's all right,
1-1
it's all right,
with
it's all right,
Pepe,
it's all right.
come on.
Come on, well done, well
on,
done.
Gabby.
Keeps it alive.
That's quality.
Really good from Martinelli.
That's quality.
Moves out to Odegaard. Can he find Saka?
Go on, get in the box.
Now
is
we
better,
look like we
this
go
is
through the
better.
motions here a little bit. Can we inject something into it? Saka goes around the outside, 1-on Wendell the fullback,
He's showing you the wing. Take it.
and he does lift to the back post.
crossbar.
He hits a crossbar, and Trossard tries to head it back in.
Been
You
called
know what
offside.
surprised
The
me
ball went out
about
of
that
play.
is that the defender actually showed him down the line there.
There's no chance that ball
Hey,
went out of play.
but that's because they know Saka can't cut in.
No, he did. Look.
No, I mean that's what I mean. They,
Oh,
that's a corner
If it
then.
went out of play, it's a corner then.
Well, it didn't, and it should be a corner. So what are they giving?
Yeah, goal kick.
They're giving a goal kick.
I believe so.
Fucking idiots.
No, that wasn't one of the 2 options.
Oh,
they have.
Oh, it is a corner.
Well done. They're giving a corner.
Nice.
Not fucking idiots. Well done.
Well done, mate.
Saka on the corner. I imagine the ref. Yeah, the refs had to get involved.
Yeah,
to
it's
talk
pretty
about
feisty,
more.
isn't it?
It's more Ben White. Or is someone
No,
else?
that guy's been on Saliba big time back post as well.
Or is it Saliba being assigned for
it's
that then? Or is
Martinelli.
it Gabriel Martinelli?
Yeah, maybe.
He's saying, look, will you cut this stuff out?
So it's Pepe, young Pepe, and Martinelli being talked to. Yeah, I'm not happy about something, but let's see. Saka to whip it into the box. The thing with all this talking to these players, yeah, I just think if there's a foul, just give a foul.
Come on. Oh,
Saliba
Saliba.
heads it wide. That's an opportunity. Now they're looking to the ref, the Porto players. And they're complaining as well. They're not happy with the set piece. They've got their whole team off their bench, Porto. Everyone's up complaining. What are they complaining about?
I think they're complaining about just
Ben
obviously
White.
what's happening in the box, but it's
absolutely
I think
nothing.
it's mutual. You know,
Yeah, of
it's
course.
not just us. They're putting their
I
hands
think
on
Ben
our
White
players
just
as
moves
well.
out the way, doesn't he?
They're idiots, these players, man. Like, what?
Yeah, he just moved out of the way. He fell
Guy's
into
leaning
his-
into him.
Fell.
Oh,
I think they're
Saliba.
complaining because Varela dropped on the floor. They're probably saying that
They're,
someone
the
pushed
one
him.
leaning into our
Mate,
players.
they're going to do it
Like,
all game. They're going to do it all game.
Come on, let's get
Be
stuck
careful,
into
be
them now.
careful. Yeah, nice.
Well
That's
done,
us as well.
Martinelli.
Yes.
That's good. It was a lovely pass from Kiwior to release
Yeah, it
Martinelli.
really was. Yeah, he did
Yeah.
super well to hold that up.
Yeah. Starts with Ben White as well, who won the ball back
Yeah.
a couple of times in that move.
Oh, that's a good throw. Oh,
This is Saka's
He's
Saka's
calling
chance.
for everything.
This is Saka's chance to show everyone he is world class. He needs to take this game personally, says Fans Reaction Football Club.
Stop that, man.
It's mad, isn't it?
Stop that.
They're
Who
buying
was
the
that
ref
guy?
every time they look at it.
Curtis tweeted, someone get them a gold steak at half time. Poor first half.
Was that an elbow there by Martinelli?
I don't think it's intentional.
Curtis is one of the funniest guys in the world, you know.
Yeah, that's not that.
Was that an elbow?
Nah. I think it's his foot that goes over his head as well.
Yeah, but Laurie, you can't say, "Come on, man." That's standing up in these moments is big.
But the way there was something final about that, though. There's as if saying, if you don't score in this game,
you just
then
saying, obviously
come on, bro.
it's just a
Come
chance
on
for people
now,
to step
man.
up.
Come on. Anyway, back to the action.
They have a free kick, Porto. There's been a very dry half. I think the Porto levels, sorry, not Porto, Forest levels of that first half. Every other
Probably worse.
But Porto will be
maybe
happy with
worse,
this.
but then much better team, I think.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Well, clearly.
They will
An
be quite.
occasion and stuff like
They
that.
will
Yeah.
be quite happy with the way this has gone so far.
Well done, Erdegaard. Wow, that's not a foul.
We don't need one of those.
Interesting what the referee is allowing and what he's not allowing.
Yep.
He's Dutch, isn't he? The ref. The whole officials.
That's a corner, isn't it?
Good effort.
That went for his legs.
I like the colour of that ball, multicoloured ball. I like.
Was this Nico who used to play for Barcelona? Another long
It's
ball.
good defending by Pepe there.
Gets us
Did you
nowhere.
see the way he did that? He just kind of eased Martinelli out of the way, used his experience here.
Yep, we're going to see a lot of that.
Well done, Ben.
Was Ben White won the throw? Or have they given it to Porto? Looks like they're giving it to Porto. We're not very settled at all.
No. So much for done in one.
I did say you were being a bit presumptuous with that comment. You may well be right, you never know. It's still a long way to go.
I don't know. It's not even a game where I'd say Porto have done brilliantly to stifle us. I just think we haven't even. It feels like we haven't stepped up the gears necessary.
Well,
Like
I
we did
mean, you
against Burnley and
do
like
have
we
to
did
give them
against
some
West Ham.
credit for that because they've obviously
Yeah,
done their
I get
own
that.
work
I
on
think the-
Arsenal
Yeah.
and prevented us so far from.
Our best attacking moves there have been on the counter, though. So do you think
Yeah.
we are better off with less of the ball? Like they're having a spell of possession now.
I think we're looking a little bit like pre-Dubai Arsenal. What I mean by that is, look at Ben White again. The only player who's really showed up, him and Gabriel, I'd say. Maybe Kiwior. But what I mean is, we seem like we're going through the motions on the ball. Okay, give it to Erdegaard, who then gives it to Saka, who's wide, runs at the fullback, then cuts back inside, then finds him. It all feels very,
Pedestrian.
very pedestrian.
Did you see what Muller said about Bayern after the game?
No.
He basically said similar things.
Oh, he's running into trouble.
terms of players
He's running into trouble there.
Oh, that's silly.
Oh, that's.
Evan Nilsson has a shot from
save.
Raya.
Let's go.
Holds on.
They've definitely
This is it. Oh, okay.
He put them big hands to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard. Did you read that
I
report?
did. Biggest hands in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We had that covered, but
still another shot on target though.
Yeah.
no. But we did have the. If you look at the back line, we had the defenders back. The keeper had it covered. They were not overly ambitious in that attack. You would have thought that they might have committed a few more players forward.
Ben White on the ball. I don't know what to tell you, everyone watching this watch along. It's just, there's not a lot happening. Best shots are coming from Porto. Apart from their Galeno chance, I wouldn't say there's any that they should have scored from. Just the one, I'd say.
Well, really, how that guy missed that. He missed
Yeah,
two
yeah.
absolute sitters, especially the second one.
And it was two in one go. That's
good.
nice. That's what I mean.
Quality.
That pass from White,
Nice.
lovely
Let's
from
go.
Odegaard.
Come on. Speed,
Into
speed,
Saka. Pulls back to Odegaard. White going on the overlap now.
There you go.
He's
Box
found
it.
him. Oh, he's
good
won a
though.
corner.
That's
But that
good.
was
Good
Galeno.
play.
Like, that's what I mean. Inverted fullback inside, finds Odegaard in the pocket, goes wide to Saka, and then they make their way round to the point where Ben White goes back on the overlap. Rotation, movement. Good to see. Need more of that from Arsenal.
See the bench there studiously taking notes.
Yeah. We've had a lot more corners than them, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know if you've got those stats, right?
So I believe this will be our third corner of the game, and I don't believe they've had one yet, according to stats.
Ooh, Gabriel was waiting there.
That was a very good
great
corner.
Third, it feels like more than that.
Yeah, I
Another one.
thought we had maybe 4 or 5. Well, this is number 4 now then.
I think impressive.
We've actually looked more threatening from set pieces than we have had from
We were
open
saying
play.
before, weren't we, about set pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some half and half scarves in there.
Yeah. What do you think of half and half scarves?
Not very much.
What do you think of them?
Not very much.
Very American stuff, that.
Saka.
That's another good
He's
corner.
on the
Man,
back post this
there.
time. And
Oh,
they're
somebody's
going to
doing-
foul.
How many
What have
Porto
they
players
called
are on the
there?
floor?
And the ref's pointing at all of them like he saw every single thing.
Yeah.
Like, you
No, but
must-
you know what I think? He just looks
He's
at somebody
pointing
on the
at
floor.
Him there and him there, like, yep, I saw exactly what
I've got
happened.
you all. I've got you all. Don't worry.
Yeah. Were there even any fouls in this? I can't see one.
There's one.
Okay, back to this. Kai Havertz decided to fade.
Or, don't know about that. I think I saw Bruno Guimaraes do that in the old Newcastle win
That's
against
true.
us.
That's you're right. That's
Just
illegal.
saying. Just saying.
You're right.
Still not over it.
People calling us set piece FC. You know when people say that, yeah? Sure, that's like saying like. Well, I don't know. What's the
Don't
insult?
get triggered, Jan. Don't get triggered. You know why? Because
innovative
No,
way
I'm not
to score
triggered.
goals,
I'm-
FC.
Yeah. I'm not triggered. I'm making like, what's the insult?
I know, because what you got to remember for years.
Ha! You score goals from set pieces.
No, but for years we were
Yeah.
ridiculed.
Yeah, we
we
fucking
were
do.
ridiculed for not being good at both ends in set pieces. Remember?
Dyche came
Now
out
we
with some
are.
comments
People
about
are
that in the
using
week,
that
I
as a
think.
way of
Yeah.
clowning us. No.
And then, as you men are talking about set pieces, Van Dijk pops up with a goal, which I assume is from a set piece.
Yeah, there we go. Liverpool equalise, have they?
Yep.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's giving it
They're
again.
driving me insane.
They're quite pesky, aren't
They're
they?
just dropping
They're
to
on
the
it
floor,
and then
man. Dropping to the
What
floor.
they do,
I forgot
they're
that
quite
this is
clever. What they do is
Yeah.
that they're on you,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you show a bit of physicality
they're on the
back,
floor.
they drop on the floor.
I forgot what it's like to play in the
Unfortunately
Champions
for
League.
us, the referee is
Newcastle like that.
Right.
We got them this weekend.
right. Well played, Saliba.
Quality. That's White.
Oh, that's Ben White. Sorry,
Yeah,
well
again,
played.
he's
Ben
been
White.
excellent.
Oh, a bit of-
Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go. Oh.
Oh, he
Well,
delayed
that's fine,
that.
That's all right. That's all right.
I
That's all
actually
right.
think that was
Delayed that.
okay.
That's probably the right move.
I don't
Can
know,
others
man.
move for him,
Don't know. I
though?
should have set him free. now.
Lovely.
Oh, that is
well.
beautiful.
Come on.
That is beautiful.
How
To
do
go
you
one on
get
one. Let's go.
inside?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, now.
Have a go.
Oh, he's had
Unlucky.
the shot.
Unlucky. I like
Keep
that.
him there. Keep him there. Keep him there.
Direct.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've won a
He's
throw.
so good at those
Good spot.
little clips there as well.
Yeah.
You know, where he just gets a little touch on the ball, wins a throw.
Ben White's
So
been our
good.
man of the match so
Yeah,
far.
100%.
Saka's starting to get into it more in these last
Yeah.
5-10 minutes as well.
Yeah, we've been quiet on the left. Havertz and Martinelli. It's
Do you remember what I said about Trossard having a big game?
Yeah.
And he's not. No, it was not his fault. I'm just saying, like,
Get Eddie on.
no.
Corner.
Let's go. Another corner.
Well, if you're saying he's not
want Eddie
having a
on?
good game,
Well, I'd wait for him to grow into it. Give him time.
Maybe wait. Yeah. Give him 9
no,
minutes.
it's early. It's early. He will get better, but
1
you
minute
can't
at
leave
a
it for
time.
too long now.
No, if it gets to 65
Yeah, if
minutes
you
and we're
get to
still
this-
playing like
Oh, bro, how Liverpool scoring again, man?
this. 2-1. They do this all the time, you know.
Who scored?
James
They
was
scored
right.
2 goals
Gakpo.
in the space of 3 minutes.
Wait, what?
Gakpo.
They did it twice against Fulham at home, where they won behind for ages and then bam, 2 goals like that.
Saka piece delivery so far have been very good in this game. Just we can't
One
get
thing we are
anything going.
much better at. How many years of just like not being
Ref.
That's looking like a pen.
Again!
Oh, who's that?
Havertz.
Declan Rice.
Havertz.
Oh, get out of here, man. Come on, man. What?
So what, did you not appreciate the movement? Isha?
Like, come on, man.
What about the movement?
That is a good chance, you know.
It is.
Look, that is a
unchallenged
good
header.
chance. What no one here wants to say it. That was a good
It was,
chance.
there it was. It was a good
Like
chance.
the last corner that I didn't say anything on.
Still,
It
it
was
was
a
Saliba.
good chance. He's 6'4" and he's still trying to climb on man's face.
No, but there was no direction on the header. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But what you've failed to recognise, Turkish, is the movement, the way you drew
No, that was
defenders away.
excellent. I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, so come on now.
Half time.
Half time, 0-0. Pretty poor half. Set piece have been the closest we've really come to a goal. We haven't really done much.
Pepe straight in the ref's
with
ear,
them.
sorry.
Porto players, look, they've been aggressive, they've been clever, they've been, I think tactically they've deployed their game plan a bit better than us. They've also kind of used the dark arts and frustrated us. We've not really got into our football at all. Going to go over to Frank for the half-time show. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes for the second half. But yeah, a quarter of this round of 16 tie, and I give Porto the edge so far. They've had the best chance. It should really be 1-0 up. But I still see opportunities for Arsenal to do something. So over to Frank.
Half time, Porto 0, Arsenal 0, and the scoreline sounds almost as flat as the game has been. I'll give you guys the stats, but it's going to be interesting to see how long I can drag this out for, because there's not been much that's happened in the game. If we look at the ball possession, we've still seen 70% of the ball, and that's nothing to be shocked about. We always generally have a lot more possession in the game, so we've seen 70% to Porto's 30%. Total of 5 shots apiece for each club, 5 for Arsenal, 5 for Porto. Porto with the only shot on target of the game, which was the one that De Gea saved quite comfortably, actually. I think it took a bit of a deflection from Declan Rice, but that's been the only shot on target of the game. Arsenal yet to have a shot on target, and it's not been great, considering how well we've played and how clinical we've been over the last few games as well. Absolutely. Completely dominated in terms of corners. We had 5 corners in that half, and you know what, it's been a very, very scrappy game so far. 20 fouls committed, 9 by Porto and 11 by Arsenal. Very, very scrap indeed, but what can you expect from a game that contains Pepe? I'm not surprised by that. 298 passes attempted by Arsenal, 275 completed, which works out at 92%. 128 passes attempted by Porto, 101 completed, which works out at 79%. Well, I think there's only pretty much one talking point about that first half. You have to look at that golden... And that's literally golden Porto opportunity. Poor defending by Arsenal, and specifically Saliba, to completely leave his man free. Just in the box. Hits the shot off the crossbar, and then from the rebound, practically an open goal. Galeno just absolutely puts it wide, and it was a big, big let-off. And I was really hoping that would be the wake-up call, that the Arsenal needed, to start with shift gear a little bit. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It was just continued to be flat throughout this game, and it looks like, as it stands, and if we keep playing the way we play, it looks like we're going to keep up this, somewhat unlucky record away at Porto. And let me just remind you guys of the stats going into the game. Arsenal have, of course, won all 3 of their home Champions League games against Porto by an aggregate score of 11-0, but are winless in all 3 away games. And if it keeps on like this, it's going to be 4, because it's really not looking great so far. I completely agree with James when he said that it's looking all Porto so far. While they've not had a majority of the ball, they're definitely doing a lot more with the time that they've got on the ball, absolutely. So it definitely needs to be better going into this second half. Let me just go over some individual performances. David Raya made a save. That's pretty much it. I think there was a point in that first half where he came out to come and claim a ball in a 1v1 versus the attacker. Pretty much tapped it out straight to the ball boy, and it could have been pretty costly for him because it was a quick throw in. Thankfully, he managed to get himself back in position, and nothing ever came of the opportunity. You look at the back 4. If we look at Ben White, he's probably been my man of the match so far. He's looked pretty solid down that right-hand side, but he's not. There's not been much competition for him really. William Saliba hasn't been a fantastic first half from him. Again, almost responsible for a Porto goal. Gabriel Magalhaes has been okay. Nothing fantastic so far. But again, there's not really been much for him to clean up back there. Kiwior, pretty silent throughout the game. Again, not really much happening down that left-hand side for him to be competing with. Look at the midfield three. Declan Rice picked up, of course, an early yellow card in the game. I believe it was in the 2nd minute. That is correct. And something like that scares me because, you know, it's a very early booking. I think the referee's been very, very harsh in this game as well. So I think that was pretty much the first challenge of the half, and he's booked him for it. Don't get me wrong, it's probably a bookable offence. But to get booked on that early on in the game is slightly concerning. You need to start thinking, potentially, if you're Mikel Arteta, is it something that we need to look at maybe bringing him off for, because maybe we might need him for that second leg game? I'm not too sure. I need to double check how the bookings work in the Champions League, but as far as I'm aware, and guys in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, if you get 2 yellow cards in the knockout stages, it counts as a suspension. So, you know, he's got a yellow card already. If he gets a yellow card in the second game, maybe he's out for the first leg of the quarterfinals. I need to get that confirmed, actually, but I'm sure that is how that works. We'll move on to the other midfielders. Martin Odegaard, he's been okay again, and that pretty much, it's going to be the same about everyone. No one's performed for me any more than okay, with the exception of maybe Ben White, who's looked pretty solid down that right hand side. Kai Havertz, pretty quiet again, had a golden opportunity in that half as well, an unchallenged header inside the box from the corner, off target again. Not been the greatest of games from him. Probably the most quiet of the bunch. I think Gabriel Martinelli's really been struggling in this half. You know, there's not much that's going. There's a lot going to him on that left hand side, but he's really not doing much with the ball at all. A few wayward passes. He's lost the ball a few times as well. And he's been a complete ghost in this first half. So I'm really hoping that we can see more from Gabriel Martinelli going into that second half. I think it was said on the sofas just a moment ago that or maybe in the starting 11 show, that he's generally been a lot better than in the Champions League than he has in the league. I'm not too sure what would cause that, but I completely agree. He's looked better in the Champions League than he has in the Premier League, and I'm just hoping we can see more of that in the second half. You look at Leandro Trossard as well, a player that I've been calling out to continue starting, maybe even when Gabriel Jesus gets back. The way he's been playing recently, you can't argue with that sort of form. But in this game, again, he's kind of been ghosting. I've not really seen much from him. From Leandro Trossard in this game. What I've liked about the last few performances is when Kai Havertz and Leandro Trossard have been playing together, you almost see them rotate between each other, while Leandro Trossard might start in that 9 position, Kai Havertz might start in the midfield. You'll see them rotate depending on the situation in the game, and I haven't really seen that too much in this first half, and I'm really hoping that is something that we see going into the second half, because it works. We've seen it work. We see it work against Burnley. We see it work against West Ham, and I'm just hoping, you know, it's not because they're weaker teams that it worked, and we can actually prove ourselves and that it works against bigger teams like Porto. But I want to know what you guys are thinking in the chat. What are your thoughts on this first half? Would you be looking to make any sort of changes? I am active in the chat now, so let me know what you guys are thinking. In terms of my thoughts and potentially if any changes are needed, I think, yeah, it's just a case of, you know, who we look at bringing on, because you look at that bench, it's a pretty thin bench. You've got the likes of course, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah. Jorginho is there, who I know some people were asking to start this game. That's potentially something that I'll look at. Fabio Vieira, of course, returning against his former club. Could he come on and make an impact? We've got Emile Smith-Rowe there as well, Mohamed El Neni, and then of course it goes to the youth players, you know, your Aidan Heavens. And I believe that is a new name that we're seeing on the bench there in Aidan Heavens. I've got a little bit of info on him. Aidan Heavens is a 17-year-old centre-back born on September the 22nd, 2006. Made 21 appearances for the under-18s this season, picking up an assist in that time. So obviously it's a fantastic opportunity for him to be involved in the squad. Obviously it's very clear, unless something, touch wood, goes terribly wrong, I don't imagine we're going to be seeing Heaven come onto the pitch. But yeah, I can imagine it's probably a fantastic experience for him to be involved in the squad. I'm just hoping that we don't have to get to a situation where we have to be bringing youth team players on in such an important game like this. But I'm in the chat, guys. What's everyone saying? Jorginho in, Rice off. I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. You know, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is with Declan Rice? It's not his performance for me today, because I don't actually think he's been that bad. It's this booking. that's, you know, it's playing on me. It's an early booking to get. You can see in the game that he's not been able to be as committed in challenges as he normally would be, and it's, you know, it's a bit of a hindrance for him. That's one of his best attributes, his tackling ability and his defensive ability, and he's just not been able to get stuck in the way he normally does. So maybe we do look at bringing the likes of a Declan Rice off. Not ideal, of course, but it's a hindered Declan Rice. That's absolute. That's for sure. A lot of people calling for Kai Havertz to come off. I understand the frustrations. I do. What I've seen from Kai Havertz in this game, and I don't want to be too negative because I don't think he's been particularly poor as per se. I think he's been, it's been a poor performance overall. Don't want to single out Kai Havertz as being, overly poor. But again, that opportunity in the first half, I think you've got to be doing at least a lot better to get that on target, absolutely. And, I think there's been a few times in the game where he's looked a bit slow. I've seen him coming out to the left a lot, which I don't think is working too well. So hopefully we see less of that in the second half. But what's everyone's, I keep asking, but what's everyone's thoughts? Are we still confident, going into this second half that we can pull something out of the bag here? I'll be honest with you guys, and it's not the most ideal situation, but we're playing away first. If the game was to finish 0-0, I personally don't think that would be the end of the world. Of course, I'd like to see us win the game, even if it's by 1 or 2-0. But regardless of how we're playing now, I am still quite confident that when it comes back to the Emirates, we can get this game done and dusted. We just need to see a little bit more going into the second half, just because if there's no improvement, we might not get the guarantee that the draw or a win. Porto could definitely take the advantage in this second half and maybe even get a goal. I mean, they should be 1-0 up already if we think about it. But let's obviously see what everyone else is saying. I think everyone's pretty much disagreeing with me. Everyone thinks we'll be fine. I also think we'll be fine, guys. Absolutely, I can't lie. Kai Havertz still needs to stay on. This is coming from SCino. Kai Havertz still to stay on. That Champions League experience is needed. I completely agree with you. And funny enough, I did find this out during the first half. This is the stadium where Kai Havertz actually scored in the Champions League final in 2021 for Chelsea. So hopefully, and I repeat, hopefully, we get a repeat of that because, I'd like to see Arsenal score regardless of who it is. I'm hoping. Obviously, he seems to be a confidence player as well. Once he's got the confidence behind him, you can see. We've seen it previously in games that he's played. Once he's got a little bit confidence behind him, he can play well. He's just not full of confidence at the moment, and it's such a shame. Brandon calling for Kai Havertz to stay on and Trossard off. I could absolutely see that happening, but the question is, how do we shape up if that is the case? Do we go? Obviously, let me get the lineup here. If Trossard was to come off, do we go Kai Havertz up top and then bring, Jorginho into the midfield? If that was the case, I wouldn't be against that, absolutely. That would most likely be the situation if Trossard was to come off. Jorginho, a lot of people calling for Jorginho to come on, and a lot of people also saying that he should have started as well. I get it, I do. But if you look at the team, I was quite happy with the lineup because I was generally of the opinion that if it's not broken, you don't fix it. We've been playing fantastically over the last 2 or 3 games, even going back to the Liverpool game with the unchanged lineup that we fielded today. I didn't see any reason for any changes to start off the game. But, as I said, it's not looking great. And if it continues to look like that in the second half, then maybe, just maybe, we need to look at getting some early changes on because we need something to change, as soon as possible if we're going to stay in this fixture. I'm getting some score updates about the Liverpool game as well. Was it now 3-1 Liverpool? See, this is why I didn't want to get my hopes up because Luton scored their early goal, which I was so happy about, and then out of nowhere, second half kicks on, Van Dijk, Gakpo and Diaz have scored 3 and it looks like Luton are completely out of that game, which will of course keep Liverpool at the top of the table, and obviously that's happening in the Premier League. In terms of the Champions League, we've obviously got the other game on in the round of 16, Napoli versus Barcelona. That is also 0-0, so we are still yet to see a goal in the Champions League tonight, and we expect goals from the Champions League, so it's been a bit of an unfortunate night in that sense as well. Again, more and more calling for Jorginho. I'm really hoping that Arteta sees this because that would probably be the change that I would make if there was to be a change made early on. Jorginho to come on for me, absolutely. I don't think we've got too long now until the second half kicks off. So, I want to know in the chat, guys, What's your score predictions, obviously, going into the second half? Because obviously it's still 0-0 here. Is everyone still confident? Let's get some score predictions in. The referee has been on one tonight, according to Cal Blake. Absolutely. The referee has been a bit... there's been some challenges in there that I don't think, for example, the Declan Rice one, for me, being early on as well, didn't warrant a yellow card. I think that was a bit harsh. And I think he's been a bit harsh with some of the decisions he's been giving as well. But this is going to happen. We've seen it in the Premier League, especially with how harsh the referees can be as well. And they're a little bit more unforgiving in the Champions League, in my personal opinion also. So I think the players are coming back out now for this second half. I'm just hoping that we can see just a little bit more from this Arsenal team, because it's going to be needed. Otherwise, Porto are definitely going to take the advantage in this game, and then it could be trouble. But the players are back out on the pitch. Are we ready on the sofas?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Okay, Laurie, I'll hand back over to you.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thanks for that. Very good breakdown there. Right, second half about to start. Turkish. Looking at to see if there's any changes for Arsenal. Don't think there has been. But we are witnessing the players about to have a lot of last-minute pep talk from the captain, Martin Odegaard. What do you think he'll be saying to the players?
Need to do a bit better, I think. Porto had a couple good opportunities, a good opening. Well, they had a couple in one that they should have buried, and then they had another little chance that Raya had to make the save from. We had really nothing until that Kai Havertz header. So I think we've got to, create a little something, give them something to think about, start taking more control of this game. That's what we all expected us to have control, but not sure I can really say we had control in that first half when you consider they had the best of the chances.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats of the game, then they actually had more shots on goal and one shot on target. We didn't have a shot on target at all in that first half. Possession-wise, though, we were 71%. So, Luke, even though we were in the ascendancy as far as possession goes, in terms of creating chances and shots on target.
Yeah, that's it. It's what you do with the possession as well, isn't it? I think their game plan is working for them. And to be honest, even in that possession, we looked quite ropey at times. They were pressing us well. We haven't really figured out exactly what spaces to run into just yet. There were little moments of us trying to run through the gears, but we're also trying to win set pieces. But I think what their game plan seems to be, drop to the floor. We were talking about
their game plan, from what I can see in that first half, seems to be to nullify us and hit us on the counter.
But it's kind of trying. They're sort of pushing us and then just falling to the floor. Yeah.
They've been quite clever, haven't they?
Yeah,
in the way they
very
go
clever
about certain things.
I'm not loving the ref as well.
The referee's not helped.
I have to chime in on the ref.
He's not helped with the flow of the game either, because he's been very quick to blow his whistle. We've seen that quite a bit.
I can't believe it's that saying to Declan Rice on his second foul. That's two. I don't get that.
He kind of set his stall out when he did that, didn't he? He kind of said to...
Seems to be just with him though. It's the only booking of the game. I think it is, isn't it? I want to see more of Trossard though.
Definitely. Here we go. Let's see if Arsenal can engineer some real goal-scoring chances, because I've got to say, man, in that first half, he didn't...
Get it under. Yeah, at least win something. Our long balls haven't really been... Well, the first half was poor. Had a few opportunities to work it into good space, but... No.
That throw didn't help Martinelli out there, did he?
Well, what's the ref giving, though?
I think Martinelli backed into him, and the defender did what Porto have been doing quite a bit in that first half, which is just to buy fouls.
Making a meal of it.
I mean, you can't criticise it too much. They are being clever. But even so, it doesn't help the overall flow of the game.
Nice.
Arsenal need to up the tempo if they can in the second half.
What's going on there?
See, another Porto player's gone down, Evan Nielsen. He's holding what is he holding? His head, his leg, he's holding both ends of his body there.
Yeah.
Was a foul, but...
Nah, Saliba touched the ball.
No, it was a foul.
No, Saliba touched the ball.
I don't think they played the foul. I don't think they played the foul. It went out for a throw, didn't it? And they're just picking him up.
It looked like Saliba caught him on his knee.
No, it's a throw. I think it played on and then it came off Odegaard.
In case you're wondering where James is, he's got a commitment to fulfil. We'll be back shortly. And
What are we doing here?
Come on, man.
well, very scrappy game.
Well, I've got to balance it though, because they need to get a goal. They're the home team, so
I think they'd take a draw, Turkish.
I don't know, man. We've had the away goal rule. That doesn't make sense for me.
Guys, I did say it at half time as well, but obviously, ideally, we get the win here. But is anyone else of the opinion that, maybe a draw wouldn't be the worst of results here?
Oh, taking a result back is the.
You take a draw rather than a loss.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
And the way I've seen Porto play, I don't think that they would be averse to taking the draw either, given the way I've seen them play in this game.
Having it 0-0 for 90 minutes at the Emirates, I'd be absolutely fine with that.
But I think so would they, though.
Of course,
I honestly think they would. And this is what we spoke about when we were discussing the game in the starting 11 show. We spoke about the Champions League tactics being very different from a Premier League game.
I don't think they play like this at the Emirates, Porto.
I don't know, I think they would.
I don't think that it's the same tactic.
Oh, right, I see, yeah. It probably wouldn't work as well.
No.
Go on, Kiwior.
Kiwior looking to try and make something happen there. He's gone back to Declan Rice. Good little shimmy.
Ref.
He's lost it. I think he's quite fortunate to get away with that, Declan Rice there.
I think he caught his foot. It looked like nothing, but
Mikel Arteta looks quite agitated with the players. He's motioning to them to get forward, as well he might do.
they're struggling to create, man.
Yeah, man. So Trossard's in the middle a bit more. Havertz is still out here.
Dare I say it, this game kind of reminds me of some of the games we had before Christmas, when we had a lot of possession but were struggling to break teams down.
Yeah.
It's kind of giving me that vibe, but it is early.
Pre-Dubai Arsenal.
Plenty of possession, but no clean breaks.
Oh.
What can we do with this one?
Not a lot.
It's just not working out at the
Nothing's
moment.
come from the long ball again. That's letting us down as well.
No.
Oh, he's giving it to him.
Oh,
Go on.
lucky.
Trossard, man.
Did you see what happened there? Like, so the ball was going out. The player didn't even go for it, did he? He was just motioning to his fellow player to keep your shape. He said, look, don't even bother, go for it, let the ball go out. Did you see that?
Well, just before the throw-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, reserve the energy, innit?
Yeah, he said, don't even bother, go for it, just keep your shape. That kind of tells you a lot about their tactics.
That's good. It's sort of, yeah, okay.
No, we still got it.
It's good.
Still got it?
No.
Oh, that's poor from Kiwior there.
Martinelli and Saka need to really get into the game as well, though.
Martinelli especially. Saka's had
That's poor.
far more in it in that first half down the right. Oh, we're flying in. What's Kiwior
Flying
done
in,
there?
but we haven't got the ball.
No, exactly.
Completely out of it now. And
That's good.
That's good
Deckers.
pace
That's
by
well done,
Declan
Declan.
Rice.
Quality.
Excellent defending.
Yeah. Oh, quality hook.
Nice.
Showed good pace there.
Calm
Look
down,
at him,
Pepe.
mate. They're winding me up. That game plan of just letting the ball. He knows it. He knows what he's doing.
Well, they mustn't be far off age-wise, no?
Yeah.
No,
So Pepe's 41. How old's Mikel?
42-3.
Mikel is 41.
Yeah, there you go.
Mikel actually looks younger than Pepe as well.
Nice, go on.
That's good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
no,
That's a yellow.
That's a
all
booking,
day.
surely.
All day.
Of course.
I think he's going to give it, yeah.
Concercheo, he's
Why are you
booked.
telling him to wait? You've given the
But
yellow.
what? Oh, mate.
like,
Honestly,
the guy's
that's right.
there.
I know.
There was no way he was going to let Martinelli
There's no need
get
to stop
away
the
from
game
him.
though. Just like ref doesn't have to completely stop. Just,
Look at that.
Yeah, what he could have done there is played the advantage and then book him when the play broke down.
Or even so, like, you know, just like they want to take the quick free kick. It's just frustrating.
His dad gave him number 10 as well.
I think that little runner play there.
Love it. I played in so many teams as a kid like that.
Yeah.
I'm number 7. My dad's the manager.
Dad might need to take him off after that, you know.
That runner play there kind of tells you a lot about Porto's tactics, you know. They're very keen on nullifying anything that Arsenal comes to. Right, free kick from Odegaard. It's not very
That's
good
a poor
delivery.
delivery,
Not
man.
good
That's
at
poor,
all.
actually.
What's that?
Even a pull that pass as well.
Odegaard's, am I right in thinking, is it me? But he's not been on it tonight, really.
No,
has he?
he's
Been a
still
bit
spreading
off.
the ball well.
Been on the fringes, man, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
trying. Look, he's dropping deep enough. He's not just being passive. He's calling everyone
That's
over.
not very good by Raya. Oh,
Yes,
actually,
Havertz.
it's worked
What-
out
Come on,
well.
Gabby.
Unreal
worked out
movement
well.
Come
from
on, man,
Havertz.
take him and beat him.
Go on.
Oh, that's great.
Arsenal struggling to really get into
Come on.
It's it.
really aggressive.
Oh.
Ah,
That's the best chance, obviously, apart from Galeno in the post.
I just want a shot on
it
goal.
looked like a shot on target.
Just want a shot. Better.
Better,
Trossard's touched the ball.
Oh, that's wild.
What a
He got away with
smash.
it.
Right, use
Well
him.
played by
Benny,
Saka.
Benny.
Go on, Bakayo.
So frustrating, but you know.
Yes, Kiwior.
Just in this game, but across
Oh.
the legs are so fast with all the ball.
This is promising.
This is good.
Go on, Gabby.
Can you get...
Oh, what was that?
Fluffed his lines a little bit there. But hey, that move was a little bit more energetic, right?
Looked it, but then the way it just ended, it just
Yeah, it
deflated
didn't
the
end
whole
very
thing.
well. But at least they're looking a little bit more energised now.
Come on, boys.
They're a starting side. We, you know, going into the game, we knew they had a good defensive record. You know, I said
Nah.
earlier that we
Go on,
had
keep the press on, keep the press on.
Europe to fall back on and have immense confidence.
Yeah, this is what we got to do, force them into it.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Games.
They got
Let
it.
poor.
Deckers can't commit.
Yeah, you're right.
Why did he do that, Kiwior? They're in here. Oh!
He loves the back heel, doesn't he?
Tried to beat.
Yeah, well played. Quality.
Well played, Trossard.
Feels like it's going up a gear, the game.
Yeah. I mean, the long ball looked like we forced them into it, but then the second ball, they had 4 men on it. Then Havertz
It's
got
pretty
turned
obvious
inside
by
out.
now that their tactic is to counter-attack. So we will continue to get the majority of the possession. It's what we do with it. We are looking a bit more productive. There's a bit more intensity, which I like. But still need to do more. This is good. Martinelli again featuring.
We're not like a team that scored 21 goals in the last 5 games.
What's that? Another corner?
But I mean, yeah, I'm still calm. I mean, because when things go wrong.
So, apologies, people. If you can hear James in the background talking, he's currently on CBS, obviously their live Champions League show. They're connecting with the studio. So James is taking about 5-10 minutes out talking to them. He's got headphones on at the moment too. So you know when you got headphones on, you tend to talk louder than you normally do. That's what he's doing now. But he also won't hear me if I say shut up, James. So.
It's slightly boring. I said that first.
Yeah, could sometimes have shown.
I think both teams are a little cautious to.
He heard you.
Corner here from Declan Rice. See Ben White doing his usual disruptiveness in the box.
That's good.
Oh, it's free! Oh!
Oh.
That was Trossard's moment. He's normally so good with efforts like that. That was a bit wayward, to say the least. But it opened up for him really nicely.
Anyone that you want that to force.
That's the guy you want here, isn't it?
There's quite
That was.
It wasn't easy though, was it?
No,
Let's
he's
be
hit it
fair.
pretty sweet for what it is,
Yeah.
but it ain't good. It's not what you want.
Go.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Bruv, there's no- but tell me
What are we
there
doing,
was
man?
conviction in that
No,
pass.
there wasn't,
Tell
there
me
wasn't. We were
he
saying
didn't
this.
just get it and think I need to get rid now.
It's like, it's late, it's
That's
lazy,
what
it's
he
behind.
always
It's not.
does that, and people. Oh, bro.
Oh, he's going to get booked there? Yep.
Kiwior. Kiwior's a bit naive there, don't you think? He didn't need to do that. Gabriel seems to be happy with him, but I'm not. He's giving away a dangerous free kick there on the edge of the box. He didn't need to do that. I mean, Trossard was
got
there.
2 men behind him. He doesn't need to.
I'm sorry, James, but you've been voted out, mate.
It's all right.
We had a little vote while you was away, and they said James out.
Well, I don't know what my mic is, but you've got everyone, you were very cryptic about where I was. Oh, here it is. Oh, thanks.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, apparently you said he's off fulfilling
Commitment, yeah.
commitments or something. Oh, let me turn this on, I'll explain.
Could mean a variety of things.
But this is dangerous, you know. This is a
good.
I was on
free kick that,
CBS, apologies.
No, that's okay. Kiwior gave away quite naively a free kick, and that's poor. The idea was right, but the execution was poor, so we've got away with that.
What's CBS saying?
Yeah, they're good. They're winding me up in a good way. They're just saying, oh, you're saying Arsenal have been boring. Listen, it's been quite a boring game, no?
It's been boring, yeah.
It's been
that's what I
devoid
said.
of
I said it's been a
excitement.
boring game.
It's been devoid of quality as well, if I'm being honest.
But I said also a long way to go. I can't really blame Arsenal for not throwing everything at it right now.
It's raised. The intensity's raised in the last 10 minutes. Big
It
time.
has.
Yeah,
I would say it's been devoid of quality, right? It's not really been.
Oh, I think I would.
Or
Watched.
It's gone off, surely. Oh, well done.
Oh, he needs to be careful.
Kiwior is a
there.
little.
He's got to be careful. He really needs to be careful.
He's going to lose it.
Who, Deckers?
That's
No way!
Kiwior.
you did see the
He's on the yellow as well?
Yeah, he's on a yellow.
You see the
What did he do?
Trossard shot?
Just been booked.
Then just pulled the guy down.
Oh. No, I didn't see the Trossard shot. Was it good?
Yeah, it opened up for him well. You would have expected him
back
to do
post,
better,
like.
but he shanked it.
Fair. Well, not fair.
That's
but
probably our
okay.
best opportunity, to be fair.
Yeah, it's the
Apart
only-
from the Havertz header in the first half.
I mean, I had one eye on this, the first sort of, I don't know, minute 49 to 2 minutes ago, but it looks like it looked to me, kind of one eye on it, that we're settling a little bit more in
good,
terms
that's
of on
good.
the ball. We're just
Yeah,
not.
yeah. We're getting Trossard in now. First time I've
Come on,
seen Saka.
Bakayo.
Here we go. Is this Saka?
Oh, there's no one there.
Wayward, bit wayward that. See there, I would have liked him to have cut in and had a shot.
Very
Don't
poor.
you think?
Very poor.
Lewandowski gives Barca the lead in Naples.
We've been poor today, man.
Yeah, not good so far.
And Martinelli and Saka have both been poor, in particular. Those are the two I look to cause a bit of satin. Odegaard's dropping way too deep to get the ball.
Havertz about to get booked as well now. His arm was a bit high there.
Porto players falling to the ground, man.
His arm was a bit high. Not saying
They are going to ground very easily,
are.
the Porto
And
players.
they're part of the the
disruptive tactics.
exactly. They're they're pushing us, and then they just fall over the second they feel anything.
Do you know, I've been extremely critical of the PGM as well and the refereeing stands in the Premier League. But one rule change that they brought in that I've actually genuinely liked is that they basically said they were going to get a lot tougher on 50-50s and actual fouls being given, that they were going to let a lot more go in the game. They did that, I think, start of last season, maybe the season before that. And there's been no complaints, has there, about players getting overly aggressive or anything like that?
Oh my God! Sorry, he booked.
Has he booked
booked
Kai
Havertz.
No,
Havertz
I
for
think that's
giving a yellow
worthy of
card
a
for that.
booking. His arm was a bit reckless there, to be honest.
He was
No
way.
No way. I don't think it's a foul.
No,
You don't?
yeah, he's run
No.
into his elbow.
Yeah, the
I'll
guy.
have to look at that
The
again.
guy's run into his elbow.
His arm did look a bit high. I'm not from
The referee's been
he's
absolutely
tall.
appalling.
He's a
Come on,
guy.
Martin. Ah, it's too easy.
I'll have to look at that again. His arm did look a bit high, I must say.
They're going to be getting frustrated out there with this ref as well.
Lovely. Ah.
Good defending. Vendel gets back.
What's the change? There's got to
Declan
be a
Rice
change. What is
got
it?
nutmegged.
What's the change?
Declan Rice getting across there. What? He's given a foul?
Oh my
No
God.
way.
Has he given a foul for that?
I think he has. Or Declan doesn't seem to be protesting it. Looked like he touched it.
Did he nudge him? Mind you, nudging him's not enough to give a...
If it's a nudge and he's fallen to the floor
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
it's
That's what they're
winding
doing.
me up, man.
come on, Arsenal, up it. I don't know, like, I feel like if you're seeing players just go down that easily, like, doesn't it make you want to up it more and just be like,
Yeah. Oh, there
Well
you
done,
go.
Kai.
That's good. That's good. Where are we going? He's fuming. Oh, now he gives them out. Let's go.
Wasn't very clever shouting at the ref though, considering he's already in the yellow.
But that's it, what I mean about how like pissed off the players are going to be getting. You often see him doing that. They're getting frustrated.
I think someone's going to get sent off in this game, you know. Someone's going to go.
Stonewall yellow, that one.
Because there's been a lot of yellow cards in this game so far.
Who do you want to see come on?
Liverpool absolutely slapping Luton now, are they? That's annoying. 'cause
You said 5-1 after they went 1-0 down.
No, I didn't want their goal difference high.
What was the score now?
4-1.
4-1. Friday, yeah.
James called that hard.
I think they upset Liverpool by getting that early goal, man.
Yeah, you don't want to score too early against Liverpool. Even we know that.
Oh, we missed it.
No, he was right. He was right to pull out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
yeah,
He
look
tried
at
it.
the way he
Come on,
threw himself.
come on,
Book the guy
punish.
for diving after
Yeah,
that.
that
Punish.
should be a yellow.
Like later, book the. Oh,
Go on,
Martinelli does
Martinelli!
really well.
Oh, should have let the shot off.
Oh, he's done very
He did well there,
Book him.
Martinelli. Book the guy for diving.
If it's not a foul,
Exactly.
Oh,
This is
Martinelli,
what-
that skill was
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's
man.
nice,
He should have
isn't it?
gone for the
I think he
shot
did Pepe
straight
with
away.
that.
I think he should have shot there.
oh, this
Yeah.
guy's staying down to save face.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is winding me up.
There. Instead of taking that touch.
Really frustrating.
Still yet to have a shot on target.
Oh, come on.
He looks in real pain.
It's the manager's son. Oh, stop it, man.
What on
He
earth are we
left his
watching?
foot out there so Havertz
I
can
don't
make
even know what-
contact with it, and now he's gone down crying.
You're right, it's exactly what he did. He left a leg out there
Yeah.
to try and get a little bit of contact. He got a touch.
But then he's jumped with 2 feet off the floor.
Well, he's got to try and make it look good, hasn't he? The referee's got to get a handle on this, you know.
Yeah, the ref.
He's spoiling the game.
Definitely.
The referee should be saying to the captain of Porto, look, this is unacceptable. Your players are going down. If they carry on doing it, I'm going to book them for diving.
Would it be extreme to get Rice and Havertz off for Jorginho and Smith Rowe?
I just said
I think that
Jorginho
might be.
Vieira. I just said
Oh,
that.
Vieira's a shout. Just to get a little bit of quality on the ball.
He's not played a single minute.
Yeah.
Not
So
only
worried.
that, I'm worried that Rice or Kiwior or one of those guys might get sent off because
No, that's
this
what I'm worried
one-
about. Rice and Havertz
Yeah,
can't.
I'd probably say Jorginho. Just because I would worry about Rice.
because
as
this
well.
referee, he's not
Jorginho
averse.
likes a forward pass as well. If he's putting them, but again, Arteta might not. Is he going to make subs to want the goal, or is he going to make subs to control the game? I don't really know what he's wanting from the team at this point.
Weird game.
It is very weird.
Saliba clears. Pepe heads. Right, there you go. Now there's space for Saka to run into.
Come on.
Oh, come on. It's all a bit slow. Come on, Saka. What can he do? Unlucky.
Nothing.
That's not unlucky.
It was
that's
poor, but I
That's poor.
didn't
not
see
good
a
enough.
load of help for him.
Oh, don't let
he
them
had help
score from
there.
that.
had loads
The
of
pass was there.
Don't let them score from that.
Good defending.
Saliba
Well
does.
done.
Good defending by
Done,
Saliba. there.
Saliba.
Absolutely excellent. Go on, Saka, keep it. Another Porto player goes to ground.
Yeah.
He's played advantage as well.
It's ball went up to Galeno, who was 1-on-1 with Saliba.
Saliba was first class there.
He did do very well there. Oh, we faced two legendary Real Madrid centre-backs in Pepe and Ramos this Champions League.
Pepe's looked good, actually.
I was going to say, who's impressed you
Look at
most?
that. Look at that. That's a big
How has that
ball.
pass round?
You got to mark that area. Well done,
well done,
Saliba.
Saliba.
Was it Saliba?
Well
Yeah.
done, well done.
Oh, it's too
It's
easy.
alright, it's alright. There's nothing wrong with that.
Who's this number?
Don't let him get behind you. Oh, he's letting him get behind him. Oh, that's
Been nifty,
poor.
nifty down that right.
That was
wasn't
Havertz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to pull him down, honestly.
It's deflected for a corner.
I
there
thought
as well.
Havertz supposed to be quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
so.
Mind you know what it is? The guy's
He's so
low
strong.
centre of
Yeah.
gravity allowed him to.
Well done, Rice there as well.
I was
Slightly
convinced
holding
he
it.
was going down. Convinced that player was dropping to the ground.
Yeah.
It's good
Yeah,
For one
defending.
time, they maybe didn't need to be so honest.
Good defending by Declan Rice.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, what was
Oh.
that header away?
I think there's a bit of a lack of communication there.
Yeah, the guy's low centre of gravity was what enabled him
Big
to
moments
just.
there, Rice and Saliba. Three big moments defensively. Two from Saliba, one from Rice.
This game's kind of on an edge at the moment. It's not very exciting, but it's quite intriguing because either side could score. It's like one of them. You know, whilst it stays 0-0 like this, it's not the most exciting game I've ever seen by a long way, but it is kind of interesting at the same time.
Come on, boys.
Raya. Oh.
Yeah.
Saliba!
We haven't looked at
I think
it
you're right
all
about
game.
communication. It doesn't sound like this.
He's had these
Okay.
moments of
Big
lapses
enough
of
voice in there,
concentration,
yeah,
haven't
that need a big voice out there.
What a really weird performance this from Arsenal.
Still no changes so far either.
Tell you what, Saliba, if you DM me, right, there's this espresso that I've been drinking recently. It helps for things like that. When you're feeling a little bit flat, perk you up.
I thought his movement was great.
It was, but then he switched off.
I think Arteta needs to make changes just to inject a little bit of risk back into the team. And the thing with Havertz and Rice, they're playing with the handbrake on. That's it. You can't play any other way. When you're, wait, who did I say? Rice and Havertz are one. Yeah. When you're on a yellow, you can't press the same intensity. You can't do anything with the same intensity. And I think it disrupts the whole press of the team, the whole intensity of the team.
You know what I'm going to say as well, right? And I
I'll
know
get
I
Vieira
sound
and
like
Jorginho
a
on.
bit of a broken record. I'm surprised that he's not sought to make any subs. Oh,
Yeah.
someone's
okay,
fouled
he's
him
playing
there.
that.
That's a foul.
He said he got the ball
No,
there.
he's played it.
That was Odegaard, wasn't it?
I thought that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Up
So
it.
we think we
Look at that.
change two in midfield?
Yeah. I'd get almost a brand new midfield in there.
I'll definitely make changes.
I won't lie. I'm
100%.
worried about. I just worry about Vieira. I don't.
I'd probably go Smith Rowe over Vieira just
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
at least he's got a little bit of presence about him. That was crap.
Man.
Is it just me? I guess it probably is me, but I'd get Eddie on as well for Trossard. Trossard's not really featured.
Nah, Trossard will be the man.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
It's just you.
I think he's.
Get Eddie on!
I think I'd change just Jorginho.
Martinelli twice winning the ball back for us there. Go, come on. We win the ball in actually quite a good area. And then we always resort to going backwards.
I have just heard that Arsenal preparing a substitution. I just haven't heard the name yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not before time.
If we're going to try and save Rice, then Jorginho. I don't know if I'd make two, but
Thank you, Odegaard.
Nice.
Oh,
Go on, Havertz.
lovely.
yeah, cool. Just give up halfway though.
Half-hearted.
No, I don't think, to be fair, I don't think he was going to get that.
Hey, look, I praise Arsenal, yeah, when they play against sides and they don't let them have a single shot on target. But likewise, if we go a game without having a single shot on target, that is abysmal. You can't play 90 minutes of football and never ask the opposition goalkeeper
These guys need to.
to at least pick up a rolling pass.
Like that,
Anything.
what did he do wrong there? He just leaned in, any defender would do, and the guy's gone down and the referee's just given a foul. Must be so frustrating.
Turns back inside. We are pressing on the edge of the area.
Oh! Okay.
This
He looked like he
referee,
slipped to me.
he's not got a clue, has he?
He looked like he slipped to me. Look there. Yeah,
That's
he
not a
slipped.
foul.
That's a foul.
Is
That's a
it?
foul. Yeah.
There's a bit of an arm, but the Porto player's got a bit of the arm as well.
Go on, Trossard.
That's a nice ball to Trossard.
Not a
The
great
touch.
touch.
Was poor. He actually does well to
Oh,
win a
he's
corner
right
out of
there.
that. Well
No,
done.
well done.
Throw or corner?
After a poor touch, redeemed
throw.
it.
It's a throw.
Oh, was the Liverpool still 4-1, is it?
Finished.
4-1? Laurie says we've broken the records for most fouls in
Oh, here it comes.
the
Jorginho's just
23-24 Champions League.
Most fouls given away. What?
Or just, I think, the most fouls in a game. But I might be wrong. I don't know if that's a stat or if that's just like a, one of those.
Oh, we've given away the
Observations.
most fouls.
can
I
try
think
and
this
find
game
out.
has had the most fouls. in
There's
a
been
Champions League
there's
game
been 30
this season.
fouls so far.
What's that?
30 fouls.
Wow. No, but that's
Are they
might well
fouls
be
though? Is
true.
that just the ref blew the whistle 30 times?
Can the set piece kings?
yeah,
fucking ridiculous.
yeah, Luke, you're right. There's a slight difference, isn't there? Rice lifts it in nicely.
Oh,
It's a good hand.
that was a
It's
very
hand.
good corner there.
So yeah, that's his last involvement then. If it's going to be Jorginho for him,
I think he might take Havertz off. That's what I'd do.
and then Rice gets sent off.
Cover for him. Well
Good.
done.
That's
Who's that?
quality.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
I love you. I absolutely
Oh,
love you.
turn.
This is what I mean. Gone into Trossard. If we play it first time, the pass is there.
We seem to just keep trying to play the pattern, don't we? That
Yeah.
left to right has to go through a certain
Saka
amount of
into
players
Odegaard.
before we can do
yeah,
anything.
Yeah,
Play it. That's it.
Lovely.
Wide.
Play
And
it
then
first
wide.
time.
It's a difficult cross
Come
up.
on.
He's won
Is that
a
corner?
corner.
Yeah.
We go again.
Arsenal are lifting it slightly.
I want to know who's coming off.
Has Ben White, he's still been my best player today,
Yeah,
but I
I
don't know
agree.
if his second
I
half
haven't
has been
said
quite
he's-
as good as his first.
What about
Jorginho's
Gabriel?
coming on.
Gabriel has been good.
Yeah, those are the two. Yeah, I agree with you. Those are the two for me.
Trossard off.
Trossard.
Yeah,
So that means
Trossard's not
Havertz
He's
goes
really-
up
keeping
top.
Havertz on over Trossard.
Sorry?
He's keeping Havertz
Yeah,
on
I know.
over Trossard. I do not agree with
So
that.
who's
wouldn't
going to
have
go
done-
up front then?
That would be Havertz.
I wouldn't have done that even with the Havertz yellow. Sorry. Yeah, even without the Havertz yellow, I still wouldn't. I still think.
That's kind of weird.
Trossard
Then,
should
I'm
stay.
not sold on that sub at
That's
all.
kind of weird
Yep.
then, isn't it? Really?
I'm not sold on that. What do you reckon?
You know what I reckon.
I think I do. I just want to hear you say it.
No, I don't, listen, who knows? Let me wait till 90 minutes because I don't think Havertz had a great game against Burnley, and then he scored a goal, which is something.
Yes,
What do you think about Trossard off?
A goal now.
Blowing
would
for,
be-
Well,
what's he
now-
blowing for?
Oh, what's going on? Oh no, the ref.
I wouldn't have taken off Trossard.
You would have. No, I wouldn't have.
Corner's going to be retaken.
I don't think Trossard played well. I've got to say. I don't.
No,
think
no,
he
I don't
played
think he played well. That's why I'm not like, oh, I can't believe. But if I'm looking at one to make something out of nothing, it would have been him.
Well, I know you're very keen to.
It's his
own player. It's his own player.
God. What's going on?
Bloody hell.
Ref's a moron, you know.
This has been a very
Yeah.
bad ref. I forgot how bad it can
absolutely
be sometimes in the old European games.
You know.
No, I thought they always said the European refs were better than
Oh,
ours.
That's how I've always felt.
I will always remember Van Persie
But you
being
know, I've
sent
just
off
realised
for
it's
kicking the
because
ball
Arsenal
1
never
second.
been in Europe, so I hadn't,
it's
so I hadn't been
poor.
noticing.
Yeah.
Osimhen scored for Napoli.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, well done, ref.
Well
Yeah,
done,
actually,
ref.
good. I think. Do you know what? I'm really glad he let that go. Yeah, because I hate it when a player gets a nick on the ball. They charge full pace, get a nick on it, and then just let themselves basically get clattered. It's
Yeah.
like winning the ball is actually coming away with it, not just booting it away because you got there first.
Napoli have equalised.
I think that would be a draw, yeah. I think I said before.
Up and under there. Well defended by Gabriel.
Look at what Martinelli's dealing with there. Just long switch of play, heads it back in, then another long looping header for him to try deal with. So difficult.
And these lot are going to play exactly the same as this when they come to the Emirates, regardless of the score tonight.
Maybe.
Regardless of the score tonight, I guarantee you this is how they'll play.
This is how you'd expect the away team in the
Oh,
first
hello.
leg to play.
Let's go.
He's onside. Oh, come on!
Not a great
Show some conviction.
It's not a great
Jorginho's
start
given it
from
away
Jorginho.
twice.
Jesus Christ.
Twice from Jorginho. That's a poor start.
No.
Oh, well done.
Win it.
Come on. He looks good, doesn't he, that number 10?
Yeah.
Well, he is a manager's son, so he's there on merit. He's not in there just because he's a manager's son, you know.
Oh, man. What?
Still think we're going to get it done in one session?
We ain't even got a good shot on target yet, let alone get it done.
It's the thing. I'm sitting here hoping we score,
Oh, look, we're
but
giving-
we haven't even asked a question of the goalkeeper. This has been.
I'll tell
This
you
has
what,
been
I've got to say,
This has been the worst game since Fulham. This is the worst performance of 2024. So
I've
far.
got to say that Pepe has been very good tonight.
Should let go.
40-year-old Pepe.
Yeah.
He's arguably been one
not
of their
much
best
to do, is
players,
he?
if
Yeah.
not their best player. And this man's
They've
looks like
doubled
a
down
nervous wreck. He does.
Doubled
doesn't
down on our wingers very well. We've not really
he? Yeah,
had
I've
Saka
got
or
to say,
Martinelli get
although
past
it
them.
hasn't been great to watch, the manager has got his tactics spot on. He knows that he can't match us in a gunfight like that. Both, you know what I mean? So he's a.
But they have been aggressive.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not the same as taking us on like playing football. They're
No,
not.
I got what you mean.
We're very lucky they missed that essentially open goal.
Yeah,
If this
because
was 1-0, we'd
Yeah.
be even more frustrated, and
Yeah.
they'd be happy to sit.
This is one of those games where you need like an early goal where they have to come out and play in it. And if you don't, the longer it stays 0-0, the more dangerous they are.
Yeah,
look at the disconnect. There's Gabriel,
Yep.
Jorginho's next to him,
but
but then Kiwior is miles away. I'm not blaming Kiwior. I'm just saying there's
because
an
we wanted to go
imbalance
to
here.
the right. Just because wherever Odegaard is the way they want it to go. Like, they're convinced it has to go right.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
though.
good.
That's nice.
Come on.
Through it.
It's here. Come on.
Right, who's
Flood
going
box,
through the middle?
Flood the box. Do something.
There's Saka. Gives it back to Odegaard. Back on the outside.
It's been so
It's
much
not
of
his
that.
fault. Odegaard
That
was
was
a
a
really
poor
poor
pass.
pass. Moved back inside to Jorginho.
Right, it's just been
All the way back.
poor touch after poor touch as well.
Yeah, we've been so sloppy.
What's-
Jorginho, lovely
Nice.
ball out to Saka.
Oh, first time Saka, man. Come on, man. Just
But
leave.
Odegaard keeps it alive and does really well actually.
Corner.
He wins a corner, surely, yeah, he does.
Okay.
Okay, that was better. That was much better from Arsenal. Come on.
I'd see a short corner, I reckon, change the angle. They just keep dropping to the
I know what you
floor.
mean, do something a bit different.
Yeah.
Take a short corner.
The keeper's collected everything that.
just try and lash one a
everything.
goal.
Or he's got a touch on it. Short corner would be interesting.
Except for that Havertz chance.
Is Odegaard going to come short for
Normal
that?
shenanigans in there with Ben White.
Kai Havertz, just don't need to be pushing and all that. Just
Come on, man.
Oh, good touch from the keeper.
Whoa,
He's
my.
given a free kick
Players
again.
down
The ref needs to-
again, man.
Yeah.
The ref's such a fucking idiot. What's he
Yeah,
doing
it's not
here?
been a great performance from
There'll be
the ref.
2 minutes added on as well, that's it.
What?
I can't believe it, man.
Nah, he's
They're having a laugh, aren't they?
I can't believe
Having
it.
a
man.
laugh.
This man is paid.
absolutely fucking useless.
He's saying, yeah, it's working.
Yeah, you go down, scream loud enough,
Yeah.
ref will go, yeah, foul. He's let a few go that I've been like, oh, okay.
Yeah, same.
And then
10 minutes of normal time left. Although I do think that there'll be at least 4 or 5 minutes added on, won't
You'd think at least 5, but I don't know, man.
there? With this ref.
We ain't
who
been good
knows?
enough, man. You could have had another 50 on that. I don't know what we're doing.
yeah, I agree. I think we've been poor.
I do think Arsenal would take 0-0 though, because there's nothing there
Well,
to
from
really
this point, we have to, because if we go and lose this game, I'm telling you, it's not good.
No, I think we've seen enough of Porto now to know that they're not going to be expansive at the Emirates. They're not going to. So if they don't score tonight, well,
Listen, you don't know, yeah. I mean,
you
I
don't
remember.
know. Of course not. But you know what I'm saying. It's like
I get what you're saying.
I don't think
in theory, but I just
they'd
think
be gutted if they came away with a 0-0. Put it that way. I think they would be confident they could go to the Emirates and get the result. Am I right or wrong? What do you
no,
think?
like, yeah, of course we should be, but
Nice.
Good.
sporting at home in the
well done.
Champions
He's
League, in
recovered
the
well
Europa
there.
League, I thought.
Ref! He's told him to get up.
Yep, of course he has.
He's pesky little sort of guy, isn't he?
He's checking in on his son.
Nice.
Well, Jorginho. Good to get a bit of bite back into that midfield.
Come on, in, what are we doing? What are we doing?
They've changed it now. Have you noticed? It's Kiwior who's inverting and moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
I'm not sure.
Is it because Jorginho's there, so they want...
Come on, you've got to play it. That's good.
Oh, Jorginho, come on, man. That's unlike him. He's done that a few times in this
Three
game now.
misplaced passes already that I've counted.
You're bringing him on to stabilise all that. You know what? Porto kind of remind me of one of those teams, you know, like they can bring you down to their level type of thing by the way they play. Yeah?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's Porto today, but I know the team. I know that kind of game you mean, like where actually the quality's not been there. And it's just all been a bit scrappy and a bit. I do hear that, but yeah.
Oh, that's nice from Porto, I've got to say.
Saka's got to make it.
Good. Oh. I was going to say good tackle, but
Rice
no.
was late there, I think.
Mario on the outside.
Overlap.
Not now. Not now.
Oh, well
well done,
played,
Raya.
Raya.
Come on, let's go.
Counter. Let's go. Bit of energy.
Can we sprint? Oh my word!
Come on. Faster. Saka.
I'm not trying to get onto him, but Kai Havertz just floated in some useless area
He
there
doesn't want
when
the
we had an
ball.
opportunity to run
He
that.
doesn't want the
Look, you're not seeing the movement.
But you know what? Before I move, it's not just him. Saka didn't really look like he wanted
No,
it.
I agree with that.
Like,
I don't know why you
where's
can't
the
see
rest of the
that.
players around? But you're right to pick that up because I'm looking at things and just I don't get it. Just don't get it.
You
Well done,
don't.
Martinelli. Well done.
Go on.
Oh,
Why'd you wait so long as well? If you're going to do that, you need to do it straight away to actually catch a defender off guard.
Havertz has just pointed at the...
Total lack of
Conviction.
conviction in everything.
Also, are we
we're
going to
doing
make
in
another
this game.
sub? Like we've got 7...
You've got to win this, Kiwior.
6 minutes left.
He's headed it to no one.
Does this just suggest Mikel's happy with what's happening?
Yeah, I think he is.
Well,
Well, I don't think he's not happy, but he's not.
Or he's nervy about
I think he's nervy.
conceding.
Yeah,
He changes it up.
I think he's nervy.
If he was that nervy, why hasn't he not made more subs? Suggests to me that he's
Yeah.
not.
It's a defensive sub he made, you think about it. It's...
We're doing the fundamentals wrong. You know,
Yeah.
we're just not basic touch, pass, space, execute it quickly. We're just not. You know, the game opens up, sprint forward. Just really, really simple things we're not doing at all. Making it so easy for them. The only thing I'll say, and I know we're going to concede now I'm saying this, amongst all the nonsense, apart from that Galeno chance, I actually think we've defended fairly well. We've kept a decent shape. But that's it. We've not really done anything on the ball.
As we said, Champions League is a goals game, and we have not threatened at all. That's the only thing.
Yeah, we haven't. Crossdeck says, do Porto know they are filming this? Are they going for a BAFTA? Very good.
Come on, man. Even one goal now means a hell of a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
changes everything. Changes absolutely everything if we can nick a goal. We did better at Sporting last year. Last year was quite an open affair, but at least you felt that
Yeah, nice.
Well done,
nice.
Rice.
Ref.
him.
Oh, terrible touch.
It's just not. He's never the player you want when he's got the ball.
Corner to Arsenal.
Yeah, but what
You
did
won the
Havertz
corner.
do there? Saka's given it to him early.
What's this? What has he done though? Has he given
He's
a corner? Or?
fucking
He
fine.
has given the corner.
Get up and get on with it.
Not one player has needed actual.
Do you know what I'd
attention.
love? I'd love if the ref went 10 minutes at a time. For every 20 seconds that you were on the floor.
We had one
Great
minute at
tackle.
a time in the first half. Watch it be 3. Just
Yeah.
for this. It's... Yeah, of course, mate. But it really hurts.
Yeah, shock. He's fine. Like, surprising no one. I don't even like. I feel like we'll get our head on it. It'll be in the back of the net, and then the ref will have blown by that point, and he'll go, "Oh, foul."
Yeah.
And then they'll look at the cameras. They'll see no foul because the ref blew before. They'll have to stick with it.
That's good.
Another call.
Come on.
Come on, come on.
Kip. Ah.
No player went
Oh,
down.
be careful,
front, get
be
in front.
careful, be careful. Just track back, just track back. Don't touch him.
That's good. Yeah, he ran off the pitch. Huh?
The ref
You're
gave
having a
foul.
laugh.
The ref gave a
No
foul.
way.
This is unbelievable. I don't think I've seen a more frustrating refereeing performance in a while, you know.
You're right. You said something earlier that alluded to the Newcastle game, and I feel the same. I feel frustrated. I can't remember if it was just the ref in that game, but it just felt like, God, I'd love to win this because I feel stressed about it, you know,
Yeah.
and I'd hate to lose it because
Yeah.
it just feels like
I don't want to lose to
they've
these
been petty.
antics.
Yeah, exactly that. And
I-
Newcastle had a similar thing.
I'd love to come away with a 1-0 win and just be like,
Yeah.
all this fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's fucking embarrassing.
absolutely ridiculous.
Every player dives and exaggerates contact. Yeah, I hear it. But this is probably the 200th time today, and the referee's doing nothing. That he's facilitating. He's allowing it. He's going, any time you go to the floor, I'll give it your way. So how about this, Arsenal? Get into the penalty area and fucking throw yourselves on the floor. You might win a penalty. Because the guy's fucking clueless. Look at this. Oh my
This
God.
guy literally just turned, sat down. No, he's fine. Completely fine.
They're
Well,
literally.
he's limping because he sat down.
They're refusing to bring him off. Funny enough.
And you're right, they'll play 3 minutes at a time. It should be 7.
Yep.
Should be 7 or 8. To be honest, at this rate, I'm kind of like, come out with a draw the way we're playing.
Oh, someone said it.
Well done, Ben
Someone
White.
said it.
Well done, Ben White.
That was
Thing is, that one I think
that was a
probably
foul.
was.
That was a foul, to be honest. But then I don't blame Ben White for doing that.
Yeah,
At
I
this
get
late
it.
stage in the game, you can't afford to let him go through like that.
Put the spray down. Line the ball up.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Dunno.
No one actually was a foul. Porto the free kick.
What
Don't
a
love this.
fucking underwhelming return.
I think I'm getting those sporting flashbacks. I remember them scoring from a free kick like this, back post.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Luke.
Oh.
I got a bad feeling.
You alright?
Is he pleading? I should have stayed on. I was just diving. I wasn't really hurt. Here comes the free kick. It's the
good.
back post.
Oh, he missed it.
And she'll let
Did he
go.
miss it or did he get a touch? Doesn't matter in the end.
That's poor.
Right, there is space. They're
4
all up the
minutes.
pitch. And that is almost a great pass. I
Oh,
didn't see
that
the centre.
defender wasn't there.
Yeah,
Great idea.
I thought he
minutes.
wasn't.
4 minutes.
See it. Go on.
4 minutes. Wow.
There's one more than I thought.
Yeah, credit to him.
Oh,
Can we get our touch right?
it's been bad, hasn't it? There's something up.
Bad all
Something
game.
wrong.
Is Saka
Maybe it
now?
has been the pitch. Maybe someone mentioned it earlier. A ref.
That's another foul.
That was a blatant one as well.
Get the spray out. Come
What can Arsenal do from it?
They've indicated something to someone.
The keeper's coming up.
David, in you go. We need the win. If it were 0-0 in the second leg, would you do it?
Yes.
100%.
Would you?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. Why not?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
What? Get your goalkeeper in the box and the chance of conceding the other end. I'd rather take.
Oh, I
the
suppose
pens.
we don't like. Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
losing, are we? You're right. Yeah.
Ain't no way. Yeah, if we're losing,
Yeah,
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 100, yeah. Maybe not quite on 91, maybe on 93.
Why has the ref done 2 circles? He's done 2 lines.
The minute and a half to take.
He actually has.
What's
Yeah.
it's like a FIFA glitch.
Declan Rice. Oh, there's a chance for
that white?
Gabriel.
It's not meant to be.
That was a big.
Yeah,
chance.
you're right. It's not.
That
we have
wasn't
not
easy
had-
though. That wasn't
No,
easy.
I think,
An
I think
attempt
it was
on
perfect,
shot.
man. I think he just has to glance that in.
No, it wasn't
Not
that
one
simple.
attempt on
I
target.
think the ball had enough whip on it, enough pace on it. Just glance it in. He got 2.
It was a
minutes on
chance, but I don't think it's as straightforward as what you're suggesting.
Can't even get it on target though.
To not ask a single question of the goalkeeper.
You know what?
We have not.
I'm gonna
Not an attempt on target.
not for the first time in my life disagree with the panel. I think we take this.
Oh no,
Take-
I will.
take
No,
the
I will.
nil
It's just
and
to come away without having a
Not
shot
bad
on target.
result. It's just underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just-
it's underwhelming, but
and it's disappointing considering.
from what I've seen of Porto tonight, I'd fancy us to beat him at the Emirates.
Yeah, it does mean we're going to come out going, looking for goals, but to not have a shot on target in any game of football is pretty
Go,
pretty
come
underwhelming.
on.
Don't do anything silly now, man. Just a minute and a half.
Well, they've shown us this guy. Do you ever wonder sometimes, like you're watching coverage, yeah? You know that there's a team on the ball playing, and they're showing you, the fullback running back into position. I'm like, get the camera off this guy.
Oh, Gabby.
See, this is what I'm saying.
He's got it. It's fine. It's fine.
What are we doing? What are you doing?
Oh, not now. Not now.
Not now, bro.
Well, I'm
You're
right.
playing. Oh no, even this. Cheat.
Oh my word.
Oh.
Well done.
Turn,
turn,
go.
Oh,
I can't
come
believe
on.
It actually looks like
execution
they've
has
given
been
up.
Horrific.
So,
Here's Galeno.
Oh no!
Porto.
I said to you, take the 0-0. I said that.
Porto nick it at the
Oh,
death.
you
I said
fucking
take
joking.
the 0-0.
Are you fucking joking?
And Arsenal have it all
They
to
mugged
do
us off.
at the Emirates.
Oh no! What did I say, guys? I said take the 0-0.
Yeah.
It's happened again.
At the death.
It's happened again. Why you?
Well,
I said that. Take the 0-0.
yeah, but they can't hear you, Laurie. I know you keep saying it, but there's no magic button we can press.
No, but bro, like, come
Does
on
that
now.
now change how the performance
It does, because they're going to come to the Emirates.
No, but
probably
no,
put
I mean, does that
all
change?
11 men
That's
behind
been
the
a
ball
poor
now.
performance. If it was 0-0, we're saying, all right, but we've now lost.
No, but this is a
Fucking
very
shit.
significant moment because
This is all
now,
part of the performance.
if you think that they were negative tonight, you wait until 2 weeks' time. Mm-hmm. Fucking hell. Could Raya have done better
Yeah,
there?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
It's a great goal. You know, it couldn't have.
Yeah, couldn't. It's
Very
a great,
flat
it's
to
a
it
really
with that
great goal.
I don't know.
backhand.
It's landed in the.
I think Declan Rice could have got closer, but I sort of feel for Declan Rice because he's just made a big tackle. he's Galeno was in this position 10 seconds before. Rice has made a big tackle. Martinelli's then got the opportunity to try and get us to counter. He's ballsed it up. Let's be honest.
It's a great finish as well. Great.
Yeah.
Full third guard.
Can't even manage a
Still
shot on
not
target.
No shot on target. And Porto are going to take a lead. And this is going to be the fourth time in the Champions League we faced Porto at their ground. Never beaten them.
I'm going to say this, right? And, you know, you guys will no doubt agree or disagree as you feel, but we've been tactically outdone tonight. Mm-hmm. We have. We have.
Have we changed our
On the-
tactics at all
well,
throughout the game?
Like on the basis of what? I'm not saying you're wrong.
Because
what makes
what these guys did is they nullified us, right? Brought us down to
Porto
their
will
level
it.
and nicked it at the end, which I think was their game plan all along. So you got to say that they got their tactics right and we didn't get ours.
I think that's almost too kind to Arsenal. I know it's a criticism, but I think the
No, it's not a
players,
criticism. It's a fact, in my view.
in your view, it's a fact.
We didn't register a shot on target.
Yeah, no, they were better than us. What I'm saying is, for me, Arsenal had looked off it all night. Shit first touches, stupid early tackle from Rice, gets himself booked. Players just not doing any of the basics, not passing through the lines, not enough rotations. We just, nothing looks right about us. And maybe that's because, maybe you're right, Laurie, maybe that's because they threw us off. Maybe that's because we couldn't deal with their physicality and intensity. If I'm being really honest, bar a little bit of a wonder goal at the end, I think Galeno, funnily enough, the goal scorer, a 1-0 is the right result, because actually that was a kind of 1 in 10 goal, but the one he missed before, he should have put both chances away.
Don't forget they should have been 1-0
so
up in the first
1-0 is
one.
probably right, but...
No, I don't disagree.
So the reason why I'm saying that they got the tactics, I'm not for 1 minute saying it was some master strategy.
Okay,
it's
fine.
quite basic what they did. They basically let us have the ball. They harassed us when they could. They did the disruption tactics, drop in every minute, stopping our flow, and then they relied on counter-attacking football. And then at the end there, they've nicked a goal, and that's what they did. They mugged us off. Basically.
Did we change our tactics any
We
point
didn't.
throughout that?
We did, and that's why I'm saying
we made one sub.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
We didn't really make
the
any
manager,
attempt
their manager got it right, and ours, unfortunately, tonight. And I've been full of praise for him recently, but tonight, you know, didn't work for him.
No. The game at the Emirates needs to be like, it needs to be a cauldron. It needs to be fierce. It needs to be, we are just going to look to slaughter these goals. Because let me say something, I'll give Porto credit for their intensity, their resilience. They won the game, and I think they deserve to nick it 1-0. But I tell you what, it fucked me off as a fan watching them go down at any opportunity, constantly buying fouls by just diving under no contact. I want Arsenal to take that personally, take it to the Emirates and go, right, you're on our ground now, and we're going to blow you away. We need to do that. Porto weren't massively impressive, but they were better than us. And I'm more disappointed with Arsenal for not having an intensity and a sharpness about us tonight, and making it another night in Europe where this reminded me a lot of Lens. A lot of Lens. Where it wasn't that Lens... Actually, Lens probably created more chances, really.
Yeah.
But...
And that man there was man of the match.
It's the same on their return leg.
Lens, Villarreal, Olympiacos.
Yeah.
It reminds me of all of them. Sporting.
And this is what we were speaking about at the top of the show when we was talking about the football and the tactics in Champions League football is more nuanced than it is in the Premier League. Premier League is more blood and thunder, more going for it. Teams like this, they're very cagey. They don't come at you, but you know what I mean, they will harass you in certain ways. They will look for fouls. You know what I mean? It's a different type of football, and unfortunately, we got mugged off tonight, man.
All right. Well, none of us predicted a defeat, but that's what it is. Arsenal have it all to do. This is the thing. It's half time. It's half time in the tie. Comes back to the Emirates. Frustrating night, but we get a second chance to put it right. And
I can see us beating them at the Emirates. I can. However, we're in a pretty precarious situation because if you thought that they were negative tonight and falling over and all the rest of it, just wait until we play them in the return leg. They'll be doing that and more.
Yeah. No, they'll be fighting for their lives. What's annoying, we've given them something to protect now at the Emirates. That's what's annoying. But it can be turned around. Everyone, Arsenal's first defeat in, this is our 6th game, so it feels 5 wins in a row before this, but it's not the return to Champions League knockout action we wanted. The round of 16 continues to curse us, but there is another opportunity to turn it around. Let's hope Arsenal do. Big thanks to Laurie, Turkish, of course Luke, and we're going to end it with the information station. Frank, tell them all about the amazing stuff you're doing as well, and we'll round off on you. Big thanks everyone. Catch us on Full Time where you can have your say about your frustrations from that game by downloading the AFTV Plus app and going onto the fan zone to join us at Full Time. Catch you in a bit.
Okay guys, Full Time. Porto 1, Arsenal 0. I wish I could be ending it on a better note. Real disappointing. I'm almost lost for words, but what I will do, I'll sign out by obviously letting you guys know what I'm doing, what's coming up. I said it in the last one and I'll say it again here. So on Saturday, March the 16th, I am participating in a charity boxing match. I'm doing this in order to raise money for a charity called Little Hearts Matter. As I explained previously, I had an uncle that was born with this illness, or it's for half a working heart or a single ventricle heart condition. So I'm fighting in his honour. Unfortunately, he passed away at the start of last year. So all the money that's raised from this boxing event, I'm happy to announce I've raised over £700 already so far. We're still just under a month left to go until fight night. I'm really enjoying the training. So if you guys haven't already, you can go over to my Instagram at Frank Hastings AFC. Click on the link in my bio where you'll find the link to buy a ticket if you want to come to the match. As it stands, I believe we're playing Chelsea on that day, but it looks like that's going to be rescheduled, especially if they go further in the FA Cup. If you can't come to the fight, obviously any donation that is left on the Just Giving page is also greatly appreciated by myself and the charity. But we move, guys. Like I said, we've lost here today. It's unfortunate. We've got it all to do in the second leg. Still to come today, obviously. We've got the fan cams coming up. We've also got Fan Zone coming up. So stay tuned. Information Station, we out.